Good morning to you. Hey, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Grand rising, rich rising. You know how the pastors show up in there late and they show up in there late. Everybody already sitting down. Usher then brought everybody in. They come in there like, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? That's me this morning. Hey, everybody, how y'all doing this morning? Good morning, Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Happy new day to each and every one of you guys, man. Hoping and praying y'all are in y'all best moods and y'all best spirits on this beautiful, beautiful day today, man. This is definitely a day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Double tapping on that screen for me as you're coming into the room. Let's get this love going. Let's get this love flowing on every single platform. How y'all doing this morning? What is it, Michelle? Hey, how you doing, Michelle James? How are you? Danielle, what's going on with you? How you doing? I don't want to mess it. Is it Letitia Maxwell? How are you? Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate you. There go my girl, my Rock Hill native hometown. What's going on? Takesha Hodges, how you doing? Appreciate you so much coming in with that love on this morning. The original. How you doing this morning? Grand Rising, Rich Rising. Happy new day to you as well. Do me a favor over there on the Great Gram. Let's go ahead and get 5 badges going on the gram. Let's go ahead and get our 200 over there on the book. And of course, on the Great Tickety Talk, we need to get 10K. Good morning, Grand Rising. How you doing, Latoya? What's going on, Kim? What's going on, Black Empress? How you doing this morning? Y'all double tapping on the screen. Make sure y'all hit that share button as well. Hit that share button as you're popping in as well. Tara Douglas, how you doing this morning? I appreciate that share. If you guys are popping in and you are not yet following me, what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Tighten up. If you ain't hit that follow button, tighten up over there. What's going on? Love you guys. I love you as well. Popping in on the live this morning. We got Takesha popping in over there as well. Truly blessed. What's going on with you, Miss Flowers? I appreciate you this morning coming on in, Miss Flowers. Saying, let's get this thing going. But I appreciate that love over there. Thank you for those flowers. I appreciate you. What's going on, Lisa? Lisa Simone, how you doing? Cora 44728, how you doing this morning? Grand Rising to you. Hoping and praying that everybody in their best mood and their best spirits on today. Crystal, if you put it in here, child, I ain't seen it yet. So whenever you ready, I'll be ready. What's going on, Chanel? How you doing this morning, man? We need 4 more badges over there on the gram real quick. We at 2.6 over there on the Great TikTok. What's going on with you? I Raleigh 93. Good morning, Big Gangster. How you doing this morning? There she go. I was waiting on you. I'm like, come on in. Yeah, about to hit my notes over here. Appreciate that love, man. Thank you guys so much, man. Y'all know we've been talking about restoration, and we've been on this restoration this whole entire time. Miss Franco never fails. Miss Franco go give it up every single morning, and I truly appreciate that CA on this morning. I love you. Thank you so much. Can you see me? Yes, I can see you, Nicole. How you doing this morning? Mish, how you doing this morning? We've been talking about restoration, and guess what I'm going to talk about again this morning? More restoration, because we have not taught everything that needed to be taught just yet, right? So I want y'all to know we back on restoration. If you was here on yesterday, y'all know I've been talking about my boy Elisha. My boy Elisha is over here, man. He went over here and went over to the enemy's territory. Elisha made his way over here to the enemy's territory and told old boy, he said, hey, look, I need you to go and tell your man Obiam, told Obiam, hey, look, go over there and let your boy Ahab, let him know that I'm here. Elisha is here. Understand me now, they've been out here and they've been looking for Elisha, right? They've been looking for Elisha for a very long time because they got beef with Elisha. But keep in mind now that the beef is kind of like the beef that we be having with folk, right? When you don't have no beef. You ain't got no beef, but they got beef with you. It's a one-sided type of beef, and it really ain't beef. It's just misplaced anger. Hello? Yeah, put that in your nose. Somebody might want to have that. Baby, you ain't even got no beef with me. You just got misplaced anger. Can you imagine how somebody will feel? Come here, Kira. Can you imagine how somebody gonna feel if they over there and they arguing with you, they going back and forth with you, and you just stop midways in the argument and be like, baby, you ain't even got no real beef with me. What you really got is misplaced anger. You would much rather be upset upset with me than for you to take responsibility of your own life and what's actually happening. Can you imagine? Hey, can you imagine how mad they'll be? Boy, now they mad at you for sure. If they wasn't mad at you, they mad at you right now. Why? But they ain't mad at you for the reason that they tried to be mad with you. Now they mad at you because you caught on to what it was that they was doing. And sometimes folks will get mad at you for what? For the truth. Because you see the truth, you acknowledge the truth, you speak the truth, you walk in the truth. You everything, your deeds are all truthful. You ain't even mad at me. This is misplaced anger. You would much rather be upset with me than to be upset with yourself. And I get it. Understand me? And I get it. And this is just nature of people, right? So this is what's happening over here with my boy Elisha. Elisha is going over here and he been out here minding his own business, preaching and teaching and doing his own thing. And these folks is thoroughly upset with Elisha about the drought that came. But keep in mind, a couple of chapters before we got to the chapter that we are at now, Elisha let them know that it was going to be a drought. He let them know that a famine was definitely coming. So now, because he knew the truth and spoke the truth, they are upset with him about the truth. And this is one of the things that I tell y'all all the time. You owe it to yourself to make sure that you tell your truth, even if your truth upsets some other folk. Even if you're, hear me when I say this. You owe it to yourself to tell your truth, even if your truth upsets some other folks. It's going to be some people that are going to be upset by your truth. They want you to do what they want you to do one thing, and that's be quiet. They don't want you to interrupt the flow. They don't want you to mess up the mood or ruin the moment. They don't want you to tell the truth. And reason being, majority of the time, it's because they know how the truth is going to expose who they are at their core self. And I tell people all the time, if you don't want me to tell the truth about you, you should have treated me better. If you didn't want me to say what it actually was, you should have treated me better. You should have never done what it was that you done if you did not want nobody to know that that's what you done. Understand that. Don't do nothing that you are afraid that is going to come out one day, because what's done in the dark will eventually surface. Eventually. Sometimes, it comes sooner than later, but you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for that at all times. It's some things that you simply cannot block, and there is some things that you simply cannot block, and it might just be out there. Denisha Turner, I appreciate that CA this morning. So now you owe it to yourself to tell the truth no matter what, right? So this is what Elisha done been out here doing, and now he done got fake beef. I'm gonna call it fake beef, y'all, because he ain't really beefing with these people. These people beefing with him, and they really ain't got no real reason to be beefing with Elisha. So this is what we got into on yesterday. Speaking about our restoration and how God will move, and how this right here is not going to be a comfortable come up. Anybody got that in their notes from yesterday? Anybody got that in their notes from yesterday? Put your hand in the chat. Put the hand up in the chat if you got that in your notes from yesterday. This will not be a comfortable come up. Our topic of this week is show us that you're God. I gave y'all that yesterday. This won't be a comfortable come up. If you are thinking that you being in alignment with Christ, that you being a believer, that you're working on yourself and your development, if you think for 1 second that this is going to be comfortable, I came on yesterday to let you guys know that it's going to be everything but comfortable. You're going to be in some uncomfortable spaces. You're going to have to endure some uncomfortable things. You're going to have to face some uncomfortable stuff. Understand me, this is not a comfortable come up. This is going to be something that you got to work at. This is something that you have to be obedient to. This is something that you have to be all the way locked in, even on the times when you don't feel like it, and the times when you're not in the mood, and the times when you're frustrated, or you feel like you got all this other stuff going on. God is not an option in your life. God should be a priority. This should not be, your worship should not be an option. Your praise should not be an option. You studying should not be an option. You should be prioritizing your spiritual practices, because your spiritual practices is what keeps you connected to God at all costs. Understand me. This is what you need to do. You need to make sure that no matter what you got going on in your life, that you're prioritizing your spiritual practices. You have to make sure of that, because the enemy's job, his desire is to do what? To disconnect you from what keeps you connected. His job is to break that connection, to separate you from that connection, to cut those ties, to snip away that cord. Do you know what'll happen if a baby is over there inside the mother's stomach, right? If the baby is inside the mother's stomach, it has this thing called an umbilical cord that attaches to the mother, to the baby. Everything that baby needs, all the nutrition, the blood flow, everything that baby needs is draining from that mother, right? The whole entire time that is inside of the stomach, this is what's happening, right? That's us. With Christ, we have to keep that spiritual umbilical cord right there in place. If that umbilical cord come detached, right, from that baby, from that mother, separate the mother and the baby while the baby is in there, that means there's no oxygen flow. That means that there's no nutrition going to the baby. And do you know what will happen from that? That is stillborn. Understand me, the baby is done for, right? If they don't get in there and they don't see what's happening in that moment, if they don't know, if they don't do some emergency, something that take place to get them out of there expeditiously. But that's what happens. There's no nutrition, there's no oxygen, there's no blood flow. That's the same way that it is with us. We have a spiritual, understand me, umbilical cord. That cord connects us to Christ, and that's the cord that the adversary cannot wait to cut. As long as we're connected, as long as we're in alignment, as long as we're in partnership, as long as we have that spiritual contract or that covenant with Christ, we are being spiritually fed through that umbilical cord every single day. We are getting all the nutrition that we need through that spiritual umbilical cord every single day. Everything that we need, the guidance that we need, understand me, he's given us play by play of everything that we need right there through that cord. And that is the reason why the adversary is sitting over there, right? So just imagine yourself, you're here, a grown adult. You got this cord that's going all the way up to heaven, right? And everything that you need is coming straight from heaven, right? Everything that you want is coming straight from heaven. Everything about you, as long as that cord is connected, you are good to go. Can't nobody touch you. Can't nobody stop you. Can't nobody slow you down. Can't nobody take nothing from you. You have a shield of protection that's all around you as long as that cord is right there in place. As long as that cord is in place, you are good. Can't nobody do nothing, no matter how much they talk, no matter how much they dig, no matter how much they plot, no matter how much they whisper, no matter how much they go back and forth and slander and discredit, no matter how many things that they try to do to try to sabotage you, it won't work. It just won't work. As long as that cord, that spiritual umbilical cord is in place, it won't work. I want you to see yourself and see that spiritual umbilical cord, and you're receiving everything that you need from Christ, from protection, right, to vindication, to him providing everything through that cord. And now while you're sitting there, I want you to also imagine the adversary standing right there as well. And he got a big old thing of scissors, right? He got the scissors right there in his hand because he's waiting on the opportunity to cut it. He's waiting on the opportunity to sever the ties. He's waiting on opportunity to be able to snip. And then as soon as he does that, you know what happens, right? The same thing will happen to you that will happen to that baby that's inside of that mother's stomach. Understand me, you're no longer receiving the nutrition. You're no longer receiving the blood flow. You're no longer receiving the things that you need in order for you to stay alive. And this is what they mean when they say the adversary comes to steal, to unalive, and to destroy. Understand me, this is his job. And that's just a visual presentation that I want you to see every day before you make that decision to say, I want to step out of alignment. I want to move and do my own thing. I want to go my own way. I want you to know, snip. Yeah. Snip. And you know the crazy part about it is this right here. The adversary is standing there with the scissors, but he can't snip it. In order for it to be cut, he has to pass those scissors over to you. So even though he's standing there waiting to cut it, he don't have the power to actually cut it. He's just standing there with the scissors, ready, in position, with the scissors. But in order for that thing to be cut, he has to pass the scissors to you. So instead of you seeing the adversary as the adversary, I actually want you to see the adversary as you. I want you to see you standing outside of yourself. I want you to envision yourself outside of yourself. That's you cutting your own cord. That's you separating yourself. That's you ruining your own life. That's you ruining your nutrition. That's you taking away your own oxygen. That's you taking away your own blood flow. Understand me, the adversary don't have power to do anything to you that you do not allow allow him to do. You have to be a willing participant. So not only do I want you to envision yourself in the umbilical cord and it connected up there to heaven and you're receiving everything that you need, I also want you to envision yourself outside of yourself, right, with those scissors, because that's who got to do the cutting, honestly. See, we can't keep giving the adversary power that he don't have. And if I would have left it the other way, then we would have been giving him power that he don't have. He don't have that type of power. So I have to make sure that the teaching is sound, right? I have to make sure that the teaching is sound. I have to make sure that it's thorough. I have to make sure that it's very accurate. So the accurate way to teach it to you is to say, hey, look, this is the adversary. He's most definitely present. He's most definitely influencing. He's right over there enticing. He's right over there making it look like, hey, I got something better for you. But the truth of the matter, that's all that he can do is present it to you. It's your job to resist it. It's your job to say no to it. It's your job to pick and choose whether or not you indulge or not. That's not so. He can't force it on you. Understand? He cannot force it on you. Once you exist, once you resist it, once you say that that's not for you, understand me, he has to flee. That's scripture right there. He has to flee. You resist the enemy and he flees. Understand me? But you resist him by standing on that word, operating in that word, choosing Christ. This is how that happens, right? So you have to resist. That's right. You have to resist the temptation. You have to shut it all the way down. That's what you have to do. So now I want to go ahead on over here, right? So I just wanted to tell you that he don't have the power that he got. So like, yeah, if your life is ruined, you might want to check yourself, might want to check and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, how you're supposed to be doing it, because in order for you to experience real life restoration, it's going to be resting on the work that you are willing to do in your own life. This ain't got nothing to do with what nobody else is doing or what nobody else is feeling or how nobody else is moving. This is a self journey. This means that you are responsible for yourself. Now, I came this past yesterday, about to say this past week, I came over here from 1 Kings 18, right? And if I skim back over 1 King 18, it says, after a long time, in the 3rd year, the word of the Lord came to Elijah, go and present yourself to Ahab, and I will send rain on the land, right? So now in this moment, Elisha has been gone for a while, and everywhere that they didn't went to go find Elisha has not been there, right? So these people, Jezebel and all of her people, they are so upset right now because they want to unalive, they want to destroy, understand me, Elisha, and they cannot find him for nothing in the world. So now God then gave the instruction over there to Elisha, I'm going to send you over there to the enemy's territory. I'm going to send you right over into the enemy's camp. I'm going to send you right over there with them folk that don't like you. I'm going to put you right in our office with those folk that don't care too much about you. I'm going to put you right over there on that job where them folks is over there ridiculing you and slandering you and belittling you. I'm going to put you right over there. We're in the presence of your enemies. This is what I told y'all. This will not be a comfortable come up. Understand me, this ain't gonna be comfortable. Understand that it's gonna be, every time that you growing and you evolving in life, it is guaranteed that you're gonna have some haters, you're gonna have some spectators, you're gonna have some monitoring spirits, you're gonna have some folk over there that ain't gonna care too much for you. But let me tell you this on this morning, them not caring too much for you ain't gonna stop you. Them not feeling a certain type of way about you ain't gonna stop you. Them going outside of their way thinking that they're going to sabotage you, they'll mess around and self-sabotage themselves, trying to sabotage you. They'll mess around and hurt their own feelings, trying to hurt yours. Understand me, this is just the way that God works. You done did all of that work, all that lying, all that cheating, all that manipulation, all that ditch digging. You done did all of that just for to find yourself in the very situation that you try. Oh, come on. All right, that's too fast. Gotta slow it down. Hey, I just got here. I be wanting to be up here on arrival. I come in ready. Yo, sit down. I came in too ready. Yes, the steps was very heavy. The steps was very heavy this morning. I came in too much. Wait a minute, Christina. I did too much on arrival. Like, you just can't, you have to walk in. You have to walk in demure. Like, I didn't come in demure. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come in demure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I just want you to know, like, the very thing that you thought was going to to destroy me, the very thing that you had plotted and planned and put up against me is now the very thing that you're having to deal with. And this is how it happens when you are in alignment or when you are in partnership with the Almighty God. This is why he say to you, understand me, you don't have to worry about that. The very ditch that they dug, they're gonna fall in that ditch. They're gonna find themselves inside of that ditch. This is why it's so important for us as believers to make sure that we are locked in, that we are staying connected. Understand me? Because as long as we connected, we got that protection. Because what God is going to do in this season, as we're calling for restoration, for him to rebuild, for him to reset, for him to replenish, for him to restore, for him to redo in our life, he says, are you sure that that's what you want? Are you sure you have to be sure about this? Because restoration is going to come with a cost, baby. This going to cost you some stuff. And it's going to be sometimes when you're going to be in some uncomfortable situations over there in your life. Because when I start showing up, understand me, I make hell nervous. I need you to know that. When I start showing up, understand me, I start exposing folk. When I start showing up in your life, I start putting it on the floor. And when I start putting it on the floor, it might just be hard for you to stomach that the ones that you thought so highly of ain't as high as you thought that they should be. Understand me, I start showing you the true heart and the true natures and the M.O. of folk. Are you sure you want me to come in? Because when I start coming in, I start renovating. Understand me, I start ripping stuff out. I start shutting stuff down. I start pulling stuff back. Ain't no hiding. Y'all okay? What he told LaRock, ain't no hiding place. You can't hide from me when I show up. Understand me, I'll show up, and when I show up, it's going to be a problem. So you have to be sure when you saying, I want restoration, I want you to come into my life, I want you to rebuild it, I want you to restore it, I want you to do all these things. He says, hey, make sure you're sure about that, because when I come in there, baby, listen, I'm telling you, they can't sit in my presence. And when I come, they can't sit in my presence. They can't stomach me. Understand me, I'm the reason why they stomach sour. I'm the reason why they so nauseous. They get nervous when I start to show up. Do y'all not remember the story when he wasn't even in the proximity, not even too close to the man, and the spirit was already yelling out to him, Jesus, Son of the living God. He hadn't even got close to him yet, Moni. That the Bible says the man that had the impure spirit saw him from a distance. That means he wasn't even close up on him yet. He wasn't even close up on him yet. Hadn't even got all the way up in his face. Now you over there inside of a man, tormenting a man. You over there, I'm talking about sending him in convulsions and doing all of these things to this man, right? Because the Bible said this man was a man that lived up in the mountains. And he lived in the mountains all that time because he was hooping and hollering all night long because the unclean spirit was torturing him all night long, right? And so now here comes Jesus, and he spots Jesus from a distance. Now the unclean spirit is who spots Jesus from a distance. He ain't even got close up on him, and he's yelling out already. This is what I'm telling you. When you're talking about full-on restoration and you're asking him to come into your life, you are asking him, understand me, to come and rebuild and restore and move things in your life. There's going to be some folk in your life that's going to be yelling. They're going to get the yelling like that unclean spirit. They're going to get the over there and doing the most and doing those temper tantrums, like your adult temper tantrums, hollering and falling all out on the floor, doing all kind of stuff, making up arguments, wanting to beef about absolutely nothing, got a problem with you out of nowhere. It's going to be, they're going to start hollering. They're going to start hollering. I'm just telling you. That's how you know. Because what you mad for? What's your problem with me? Why you got an issue with me? I ain't never did you nothing. I ain't never did you nothing. How in the world can you be upset with somebody who ain't never did you nothing? Me and you ain't never even shared space like that. So how can you have a problem with somebody that you never really even shared space with? You don't even know me on that level. We don't even have my phone number. The only thing that you know about me is the things that you know about my past, my future life, the things that I have done in the past 2-3 months. You don't even know nothing about it because I don't talk to you. I don't talk to you. I don't hang out with you. I don't throw my feet up under your table. You and I do not text. We do not even follow each other on no platform. So how in the world could my name be on your tongue that way? Understand me. It should not even be on your tongue. Understand me. This should not even be a part of nothing that I should not even be mentioned. My location is out of the way. What you say, Coach? My location is out of the way. Anybody in the chat who can honestly say your location is out the way? My location is out the way. If you ever, yeah, I'm out the way. My location is out the way. Anybody in the chat that can just touch and agree and say, you know what, Coach, that being me, I be trying to figure out how I ended up in the conversation. I try to end up how I find out how am I even being mentioned, because my location is out the way. I stay all the way out the way. I go over here and mind my own business. I don't even interact with them folk. Understand me? Don't deal with them folk in no type of capacity. Understand me? Don't deal with nobody that actually, oh yeah, that's me, right? I get carried away. I get carried away. Not only do I not deal with you, I don't deal with nobody that's connected to you either. Understand me? Casualties, baby, casualties. When I cut you off, I cut off everybody that's connected to you as well. I don't give no special privileges and no passes to nobody. Understand me? That's your mama got to go, your daddy got to go, your cousin got to go, your brother got to go, your besties got to go too. Understand me? Yeah, I do not play with people, and I do not let people play with me. Understand me? I don't play with people, and I don't let people play with me. Those are your folk, baby. Those are casualties. Your mama and your daddy and your sister and your brother ain't got no business even asking about me. We don't even deal with each other on that level no more. If I'm your thought, get another thought. Get another thought. Think another thought. I'm the wrong thought to have about. Understand me? Get you another thought. And this is what will happen in these situations. He's like, yo, you sure you want me to come? Because if I come over there, I want you to know that I ain't even got to do too much. You see how they do about me. All I got to do is be somewhere in the mix. Understand me? Jesus was not even up on the man. This says he saw him from a distance. And he's already hollering out, Jesus, Son of Man. So he's already addressing who he is before anything happened. And then say, don't do to me what I've been doing to them. Huh? Don't do to me what I've been doing to them. I know I've been torturing them. I know I've been causing hell over here in everybody's life. But don't do to me. You got a whole lot of folk that's just like that. They'll do you away, but don't want you to do them that same exact way. Treat you in a way that they don't want to be treated. Talk to you in a way that they don't want to be talked to. Handle you in a way that they'll never want to be handled. And I'm in that season right now. Don't do to me nothing that you don't want me to do to you. Don't ask me for nothing that I can't ask you for. Understand me? Don't handle me in a way that you don't want me to handle you in that exact way. Understand me? Because I'm trying to tell you, they'll do it, and then the moment that the tables is turned, then all of a sudden, now you want to get your ball and you want to go home. Now you over there on your scooter and you act like somebody done put a battery in your back. How fast you getting up out of here? Anytime the game get put on 2 players, now you don't want to play no more. People can dish it out, but do not want to take it. You cannot disrespect me and then think that I'm going to be gentle in my response to your disrespect. You cannot show up in my life in a certain type of way and then think that the response is going to be, I'm going to show up in your life. And no. We're not doing that right there. Understand me? So if I can't, and hear me when I say this, because I don't want nobody to think that we match in energy, all right? Because we throws that out the window. We dismantle that, right? We don't operate with that type of spirit. I need for you to understand that we don't do the ticket and attacking. We don't do the ticket and attacking over here. That's not the teaching. We have to outgrow that. We have to leave that over there. If I can't deal with you in love, then I don't need to deal with you, period. Huh? Okay, let's be clear. This is not about matching energy. We do not match energy. Grown folk don't match energy. Mature folk don't match energy. People who are who are emotionally intelligent, we don't match energy. People that are spiritually led, we do not match energy. Why? Because come on. That costs us too much. That costs me too much. I can't, even if I wanted to do you how you did me, I can't do that. Even if I wanted to do you like how you did me, then it's not even in me anymore to do, because I know the consequence of that. I know that costs me too much. I can't afford to get down on your level. I cannot afford to operate with that same type of energy. I don't match energy. If I cannot love you and deal with you out of love, then I ain't got no business dealing with you at all. Understand me? So what? So now what we're learning in 2026 is we've been taught to love. Now we're learning how to stop. That it's okay for me to stop loving you. Understand? It's okay for me to stop. It's okay for me to leave. It's okay for me to choose me. It's okay for me to honor me. It's okay for me to respect me. It's okay for me to say that this just simply it's not working for me. And I don't owe nobody an explanation for me letting you know that this is no longer working for me, that I'm no longer happy inside of this, and I can mosey on about my business. I can skedaddle right on up out of there without having to cross the T's or dot the I's, because I am also the individual that don't care nothing about closure either. Yeah, that closure is an entrapment, and you ain't gonna trap me up in there. That's an entrapment. That's what people scream closure when they ain't ready to go. That's what closure means. I'm not ready to go yet. That means that I still got love there. That means I still got feelings there, still emotions there. I'm still locked into those habits and whatnot. Understand me? I can't stand with an individual. Well, I just want some closure for what? When you get the closure, what is gonna change? They still lied. They still cheated. They still manipulated. They still disrespected you. They still drug you like a dog. They still had you sliding down the wall. They still had you over there missing meal. They still had you over there with them sleepless nights. They still had you over here. Bald edges, ain't got a lick of edge to save your life. Understand me? They still got your face all broke out, skin looking bad, looking like a 13-year-old boy going through puberty and everything beyond that. What is the closure gonna do for you? It ain't gonna fix nothing. It ain't gonna put none of the tears that you cried back up in your eye. Understand me? The hooping and hollering. You can't even get the hooping and the hollering back. Understand me? What is the closure honestly going to do for you? Sometimes I need for you to understand this. You have got to learn how to move on without it. Understand me? Put it inside my chat. In 2026, because I want to experience real life restoration, I have to learn how to what? Move on without it. I have to do what? Move on without it. Put it in my chat. This for my people that's here for motivation. I had to go back to motivation because I ain't dropped motivation before I get to inspiration. I'm coming back to the book of Kings, but I got folk that follow me for different reasons. We got to get the motivation before we get to the inspiration. So hold on a second, right? Move on without it. Now y'all better hurry up because I'm ready to do Kings. Trying to give you a balance over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be cool. Right, I'm trying to balance it as much as I can right now. Right, I'm ready to tear Kings up in a second. Right, that's what I'm on right now. That's the type of time that I'm on. I'm on King time today. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ready to move on with it. You have to learn how to move on without it. You have to learn how to move on without it. Some folks are never going to acknowledge what they've done in your life. Some people are never going to accept responsibility for the hurt and the pain and the betrayal the disappointment that they brought to your life. And the longer that you sit over there talking about, well, I just want them to explain to me this, and I just want them to tell me that. Even if you got all the details, sweetheart, it's not going to erase the pain that you feel. Understand me? But what it will do is give you more negative thoughts. That's all that does. That's the reason why it's pointless to sit there and have those conversations about it. I know somebody just like, yes, because I wish I would have never asked that question, coach. Oh my God, you got your feet up on my coffee table, because had I never asked that question, had I never asked for the details, I wouldn't even be thinking. Yeah, you over there and created all these different worst case scenarios inside of your mind because you wanted the details, because you wanted to know so bad. Baby, the only thing that matters is you did what you did. I felt what I felt, and now it's what's next. Period, point blank. You did what you did. I felt what I felt. Now it's what's next. That's it. That's all. The disrespect alone was the closure. You moving how you moved alone. Oh, that was the closure. You doing what you did. Oh, baby, what's next? I will aggravate the soul out of a person with that what's next. What's next? Huh? Yeah, that's when you know I'm really done. Hey, what's next? Because what we talking about now? Understand me? What's next? It's on to the next thing. Understand me? You had a decision to make, either hurt me or not, and you chose to hurt me. You had a decision to lie or not, and you chose to lie. You had a decision to move a certain type of way, and you decided to move that particular way. Why are we discussing you doing what you felt like you needed to do? Come on, I want to talk to you. Can we have just casual conversation? Why are we discussing what you doing what you wanted to do? You an adult, right? You did what you wanted to do. And you did what you wanted to do knowing that there will be consequences. You done what you wanted to do, knowing that there will be consequences, knowing the hurt that it was going to bring, knowing the disappointment that it was going to bring, knowing the negative feelings that it was, and you did what you wanted to do, right? So there's no need in us discussing you doing what you wanted to do. Now, the only thing is left is for me to do what I need to do or what I want to do. We don't have to tennis this. There's no back and forth that's necessary for this, right? Just as clear-cut adult communication. You moved how you moved. I moved how I moved. What's next? And most folks cannot handle that. Most folks can't handle that because they want you to so bad. And this is for the person that's like, I just want to get my lick back. You don't need to get your lick back. I just want to get my one. You don't need to do any of that, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to erase anything. It's not going to make you feel better about anything. Understand me. I know that we've been taught that, oh yeah, well, you know, two rights don't make a wrong, but at least I got my, no, that's not going to, yes, that's not going to fix it for you. You won't even understand this when I say this, or maybe you will. I hope you do. Most people want you to get your lick back. I'm going to learn you something. Let me learn you something real quick. I'm going to learn you how to take back your power in just this one thing. Most people want you to get your lick back. They want you to do exactly what it is that they done to you, just so they can justify the way that they hurt you, so they can justify the way they disappointed you, just so they can say that we're now even. You will be amazed how many people, understand me, they will stay with you just so you can get your lick back. They will hang out right there with you just so you can get your lick back, so that they can feel better about what it is that they done to you. Understand me, that's their whole MO. That's the whole reason of it. Because understand, they already knew you was good. They already knew you was good, and they already knew you was too good for them anyway. They already knew the heart that you had already. They already knew the type of person that you were. They knew that already. That's the reason why they came over there smiling and grinning the way they were smiling and grinning. That's the reason why they wouldn't leave you alone. That's the reason why they be texting and calling even after you done said all this different stuff about me, and how you don't want me, and how I'm this and how I'm that. You have a whole stroll of negativity that you have wrote about nothing but me, but yet and still you over here, what you doing? You over here, what can I see you? You over here, what you don't think we can work? Why would you want to work something out with somebody that you spoke so negatively about? Why would you want to share space with somebody that you spoke so negatively about? Why in the world why would you want to do that? After you've said all of this, done all of this, why in the world can I not keep you off my line? Huh? Yo. Why I can't keep you off? Why I can't keep you off my line? If I'm such of this and such of a that towards you, why I can't keep you off my line? Why? Yeah, you know, you go through great lengths when you start creating fake pages just to watch me from a fake page. When you get to the point where you can't call me or text me, then you go over there and create a whole email account so you can email. You know, this is right here. This needs to be studied. You're gonna do all of this for an individual that you say that you don't want. All of this for an individual that you got all these negative things to speak about. If you happy where you at, why are you bothering me? Understand me. Listen, you're better on your own. I'm better when you're gone. What Tim say? Baby, whatever it was that Tim said. Tim said, yeah, you are not mine. You go. Where's you over here for? Y'all know what Tim said. I like that song. She be dragging it, baby. Hey, listen, they like, you are not my own now, and I am on my own now. Oh, what you got going on? I'm like, yo, what's happening here? I'm not what you need. Hey, that part, I'm not what you, that's my favorite part. I don't know why I ain't say that part first. I'm not what you need. Yo, I'm telling y'all, I be randomly, I got Tourette's. I'm telling you, like I got Tourette's, baby, and I ain't got Tourette's, but you would think I got Tourette's the way I be. I'm not what you need. Yeah, I'm better on my own. You're better when you're gone. I'm trying to figure out why you still over here. Understand me. And these are the things that be happening. This is how you know, right? You know for a fact that they want you to do you how they done you. Right? They want you to exchange that energy. And you have to make sure that you're operating with a level of maturity where you bow out gracefully. I promise you, it is so much power in being able to bow out gracefully, operating with that level of maturity. When I tell you that it is self-motivating, when I tell you it would change your whole entire life, I'm being honest. It would change your whole entire life. You know why? Because in that moment, you're honestly honoring yourself. You're honoring yourself and you're respecting yourself. And you say, you know what? I'm not going to give you the attention that you want from me. Understand me. You want me to behave that way. You want me to lose my cool. You want me to be that negative person. And because I know that already, I owe it to myself to do the complete opposite. Stop giving folk what they want, and they want your attention. Understand me? They want your focus, and focus is a very powerful thing. Focus is a very powerful thing, and they want you out of focus. They want you out of alignment. They want to have you over there stressed out. They want to have that reason to say, oh, I did this and I did that. No, you did what you did, and we can't hold that against you. But there's a cost that come with that. Hurt me ain't free. That's a one-liner. You could put that in there for anybody who, hurting me ain't free. Yeah. Hurt me ain't free, but I'm not the one that vindicates myself. So you will never have to worry about me trying to get my get back. I like when God gets the get back for me, because whenever his get back is far greater than anything that I could have ever done. Understand me? Hurting me ain't free. This comes with a fee, baby. You have to pay. I get paid for the pain. I have to get paid for that pain. And understand me? Hurting me ain't free. This is what we have to understand as we're evolving, as we're growing in life. Your spiritual journey has, hear me, it has to be that important to you, so important to you that you walk away from things that are that are hurtful things. Walk away from people that are hurtful people that you may have loved, people that you may have thought that you would do the rest of your life with. You have to be prepared when you're talking about restoration. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate you. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Understand me? You have to know that when you're talking about restoration and you're talking about growth and development, it's going to cause you to have to see people for who they are and not what you want them to be. And sometimes that's that right there, that awareness, that level of awareness, that thing will drive you. You're like, oh my God, not you too. Understand me? Anybody but you did not see that coming from you. Understand me? But this is what happens as you're growing and evolving. Again, for the people in the back, they may have been great people on level 1, but as God is taking you to your next level and your next level and your next level, they may not be equipped for those coming levels. They may not be equipped to be able to handle what God is about to do in your life. Some folk ain't gonna be able to handle to bless you. Come on. Who got that? Christina, thank you so much. Some folks won't be able to handle the bless you. Some folks won't be able to handle the bless you. They won't be able to handle the healthy you. They won't be able to handle the you that have that level of self-esteem and that level of confidence. Some folk ain't gonna be able to handle that version of you. Understand me? The broken version of you, the version of you with low self-esteem, the version of you that did not have a voice, the version of you that will allow everybody to walk all over you and treat you crazy. That's the only version of you that they are able to handle, because that version of you they are able to control. That version of you they're able to manipulate. That version of you they're able to have their way with. But the more that you're growing and evolving, understand me, and you're now speaking up for yourself, and you're no longer letting people say anything to you. Understand me? They can't handle that, because who told you to grow up like that? Who told you to, wait a minute, who gave you all that dip on your chip? Who put all of that up in that puff in your chest? Wait a minute, who told you to do? Understand me? This is what happens, and they cannot handle the blessed version of you, the version of you that's not codependent on other people. Your restoration is going to be a self journey. This is not a group project. You're not going to need everybody to jump in to do it. Your self-love journey, your healing journey, your development, you moving forward in your life, your restoration, this right here is going to be a real life self journey. And this reason why I'm taking a whole year to teach this thing is because you have to understand that everything in the Bible is nothing but restoration. It's nothing about rebuilding. So it's going to take me all year to actually go through all the different scenarios of this right here. But in 2026, what am I doing? Things that I taught in 2024, 2025 are now the things, right? The tools and the techniques that you're going to put into practice in 2026. So if you've been here for those 2 years, now you're going to start to utilize those tools and those techniques a whole lot more. You may have been using them a little bit here and there throughout the year, but this year, you're going to really get to see what works for you. See, a note is a note until it's applied. The application is the change. A note is just a note taken until it's applied. The application is what promotes the change. Pay attention. That's red ink for some people. A note taken is just a note taken. The application is where the change comes from. You can have a notebook full of notes, but if you're not applying none of those notes, if there's no application of those notes, if you're not putting nothing to nothing, then guess what? You're not getting nothing. Do you know how crazy you will be? You go into the doctor's office. You go to the doctor's office, right? You go to the doctor's office. They tell you all the things that's wrong with you. And after they tell you what's wrong with you, they say, hey, I want you to go by the pharmacist. I'm going to go ahead and send your prescription over there. Go by there. I want you to pick it up. You go, understand me? So you go leave the doctor's office, put all your stuff on, you leave the doctor's office. Instead of you going to go to the pharmacist to pick up your medication, what you do is you go home and lay down and you say, oh, I think I'm gonna sleep it off. I don't really think I want the medication for it. I don't really like taking medicine like that. I think I just want to lay down and I just want to see this thing through. And you laying over there, right? Half near gone, honey. Understand me? You about to see heaven. You are about to see heaven in a matter of minutes. And guess what? The medication that they prescribed for you, all you had to do was pick it up. All you had to do was simply apply what was already there. Here it is. Here it is. The thing that will make you better is right here. The thing that's going to fix you is right here. The thing that's going to get you off of your bed, your sick bed, and back on your feet is right here. The very thing that you need to get you back into life is right here. But you fail at picking up what they prescribed for you, so you lay there sick and get sicker because you failed at the application. All you had to do was go pick it up. And once you pick it up, all you had to do was do what they told you to do. Follow the strict instructions. We fail because we do not follow the strict instructions. It is time now to put all of your notes, time to pull out the binders. Understand me? Get them off your bookshelf. It's time to pull out your binders. It's time to pull them from up under your bed. It's time to take them up out the top of your closet. It's time for you to go back up in the attic. It's time for you to pour all of these things out. And it's time for you to utilize all of those things inside of your life. A note taken is just a note taken without application. The application is what brings the change. You have to apply it. You have to use it. Over that phone talking about storage full. Why? Because you done been in a mastermind tour with me. You done been the first get in a room tour with me. You done showed up to every single other speaking engagement that I done had for the past 2 years. You got note after note after note, months full of notes from morning walk in worship. You got months full of notes from devotion. You got months full of notes from over there in 12 o'clock prayer. You got notes on top of notes on top of notes, and you still slipping and sliding all through life. How? How if you applying them? How? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. When you have all that information, how you still slipping and sliding? How is things from years ago still tripping you up? This is what Paul was talking about when he says, hey, you should be off of milk now. Ain't no more infamil with iron now. Ain't no more Similac now. Ain't no more soft jar food now. You should be able to put down a steak. You should be able to chew up some potatoes. Understand me? You should be able to you should be able to eat corn smooth up off the cob. We shouldn't have to have cream corn for you anymore. You should know it yet. Understand me? This should be something that you so good at right now. Understand me that the adversary is going back and telling God, hey, give me somebody else. I went down there to bother them and I can't bother them. I went over there to afflict them and even the affliction didn't work. I went over there and I took everything from them and even that did not work. What they do? Oh man, listen, I tried them. I tried them and tried them and tried them. And I think you can move your hand up off of them. You should have the adversary running up to heaven. And understand me, this is how you should be working at this point. You should have the adversary flying his behind up there to heaven, right? And say, move your hand up off of them. If you draw your hand back up off of them, maybe I can get their attention. Maybe I can frustrate them. Maybe I can aggravate them. Maybe I can get up under their skin. I need you to move their hand up off of them. Understand me? Take your hand off of them. Then I'll be able to do what it is that I need to do. Understand me? And God said to them, they're like, listen, hey, look, that's a woman that's after my own heart. That's a man that's after my own heart. Hey, even if I let you go do what you're going to do, they ain't going to change on me. Even if I let you go do what you're going to do, understand me, they ain't going to flip on me. They ain't going to switch on me. We locked in like that. You thinking that it's my hand? Baby, it ain't my... Oh, I'm here. That's good. Hold on. Yeah, it ain't you worried about my hand. You worried about my hand. It ain't my hand, baby. It ain't my hand that's the problem. You worried about me pulling back my hand up off of them. You want me to pull my hand? It ain't my hand that's the problem. It's the heart. They attached to me at the heart. Do you not hear what I say? They after my own heart. They not after my hand. They after, just stop spinning around at them folks' office like that. They're gonna put you out of there. Hold on a second. Y'all got whoa. Hold. Listen to what I'm saying. You think if I pull my hand up off of them that they gonna flip on me? You think if I pull my hand up off of them they gonna change on me? You think if I pull my hand up off of them that they gonna do this and that? No, it's not my hand that they are in love with. It's not my hand that they are attached to. It's not my hand that they want. It's my heart. I'm inside of their heart. They wake up every day and they choose me. Understand my heart. This is what the problem is. This is the reason why Job never failed. Job never failed. Job never broke his promise with God or his covenant with God. He never broke that covenant because it was never about the hand of God. It was about the heart. He kept saying that Job was after his heart. Even if I take my hand off of them and you afflict them, they still gonna stay. Even if I take, even if you take their kids, they stay. They already understand now. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. You can't even sway them with being unalive anymore. They didn't turn funeral service into a whole life celebration. Understand me? They celebrate now. They dancing and hooping and hollering now. Understand me? They giving up praise and honor now. They don't even see it the way that they used to see it. You have to understand it's not my hand. It's my heart that they are after. You can't do nothing with them. You coming up here and you talking to me about taking my hand off of them. You think that that's the thing? Yes, that's why I kicked you up out of heaven. You're still ignorant. It's all get out. It ain't got nothing to do with my hand. It has everything to do with my heart. Understand me? The way they're changing and they're growing and they're evolving, that's because I'm connected to them in their heart. I got their heart. Understand me? I'm locked into their heart. So even if you go down there and you afflict them with that, right? Even if you afflict their body, you see how they over there? They in all of that pain, laid up in the hospital bed. They over there going through I don't know what, all the test results say no, that they're not going to make it, that they're not going to be here much longer. And did you not hear that? They still got a praise on their lip. Understand me? Did you hear that? They still got a praise on their lip. Even though they're going through the toughest time of their life, they still crying out to me. That's not my hand. That's my heart right there. That's how you know when they got my heart. That's how you know when they really locked in. They can be afflicted from the top of their head to the soles of their feet, and they'll still have a praise on their lip. That's not handwork. That is heart. All right, I got more. That's the difference between the hand and the heart. You got, that ain't gonna work. You can take their favorite one and have their favorite one switch sides on them. Switch teams, put a whole nother jersey on. Get in the field on another side of the field on them. And they'll be prepared to run them all the way over about me. Understand me? I don't play about them and they don't play about me. Understand me? Even if you took their favorite and had their favorite one switch on them, they are never going to switch on me. Understand me? Listen, this is what Job's wife did, right? She said, well, she didn't switch sides out here. She out here, won't you go ahead and curse your God and become unalive? How is it that somebody that I'm in covenant with, I'm married to, we supposed to be locked in. You mean to tell me you want me to go ahead and just give up? You want me to go ahead and just lay down? You want me just to walk on away? That's what we doing? That's how you feeling? You mean to tell me you gonna be cool waking up and I'm not there, going to bed and I'm not there? You're not gonna miss me on my side of the bed? You're not gonna miss my sit? You're not gonna miss my joy, my laugh? You're not gonna miss what I bring to your life? That's what you're saying when you say go ahead and curse your God and become unalive. You mean to tell me you're gonna be cool with that? Can you imagine how that may have hurt? Understand me? Can you imagine the disappointment? Can you imagine the pain, the hurt that came up out of just hearing that from somebody. Understand me? Hearing that from somebody that you love on that level. Somebody that you thought y'all was like this right here. And this, yeah, understand me, baby. We're going through it all together. However it gotta go, it's gonna be me and you all the way through it. And then that person stand right there and say something like that to you, and you still maintain your integrity. That right there, Amanda, that right there, that ain't hand. That's heart right there. That's not hand, that's heart. So you have to send the adversary back to heaven to go up there and say, hey, can you take your hand off of Christina? And God says, yes, I can take my hand off of Christina, but that's not going to separate the connection that she got with me and her heart. I got a heart. We like this. I can put my hands behind my back and we still locked in like that. This is what real life restoration is going to look like. Thank you, Adrian, for the badge over there. I appreciate you. That's what real life restoration has to look like. Understand me. You have to be willing to go against the grain. You have to be willing to take a couple of losses. You have to be willing to deal with whatever the afflictions is. You have to be willing to say, you know what? It's for you I live, and it's for you that I'll also become unalive. Understand me. I am walking in this. I'm standing up in this, and whatever I gotta lose, I gotta lose. This is why in devotion this morning, I told y'all sing that part real loud, but understand me, there's a responsibility that comes with that portion of the song. When you say, I'm willing to pay whatever it costs to keep you here with me. When you say, I'm willing to pay whatever it costs to keep you here with me, you better, hey. When he starts saying, hey, pay up, don't get nervous. Huh? When he starts saying, pay up, don't get nervous. When he starts saying, no, I want that one. Or I want that right there. Or I want you to, don't get nervous. Don't get scared. You said, I'll pay whatever the cost to keep you here with me. Your restoration can get expensive. Very. Your restoration can get very expensive. If you ever ran a business before, you know that in order for you to make money, you got to spend money, right? If you're going to run a successful business, if you got a successful brand, if you launching out and you doing anything, one thing that you learn upon the arrival, right from the front door is, in order for me to make money, I got to spend some money. There's some things that I got to do. I cannot just jump out here and say, I want to do wigs. You have to buy a couple of wigs. You have to make sure you showcase a couple of wigs. You have to spend some money on some wigs before you actually become a wig influencer. And after you done showcase your wigs and they see how you lay in your wigs, now they reaching out to you, but you had to spend some money at first. Understand me. There's some things that you had to go through before you get out there. You want to be a makeup artist? You got to make your time, right? You got to get out there and you got to go buy all the makeup. You got to go over there and get all the stuff. You got to get the Estee Lauder. You got to get over there and get the Fenty. You got to get over there and get the crayon case. You got to go pick up the best of the best products, and you have to sit there. You have to spend money. This is not going to be a free thing. You have to spend money on your business in order for you to make it, right? Now you over there doing your face every day. People will look at you and say, you crazy. As expensive as makeup is, you mean to tell me you sitting over there playing with that makeup, putting it on and you ain't going nowhere, putting it on and you ain't got nothing to do, and you over there making up and you over there putting it on YouTube, you over there putting it on TikTok, you over there putting it on the gram, you over there putting it on the book. Understand me. And they don't realize what you're doing. What? They don't realize it until the people start paying you to wear the makeup. They don't realize until they see that the hundreds of dollars that you were spending over there in makeup, the hundreds of dollars that you were spending is now making you thousands of dollars. They don't realize that you have to spend it to get it. It's the same way with your journey. Understand me. God, it's like, hey, look, you said you'll pay whatever the cost to be here with me. The same way you had to invest in your business, you have to invest in me. The same way you had to invest in your brand, you have to invest in me. The same way, yeah, you want something to grow in your life, you have to make an investment in that thing. You want that relationship to grow, you have to invest inside of that relationship. You have to show up in that relationship. Understand me? You want that family to grow, and you have to invest in that. Anything that you want out of life, you have to know that there has to be an investment that you're willing to put in that in order for it to be successful. You can't get something from nothing. You ain't put nothing in. A lot of people want to get paid for work they did not do. This ain't that. This is not the season of, thank you, is it Christina? I appreciate that CA this morning. You can't get paid for work that you did not put in. You have to be willing to work. You have to be willing to make the sacrifices. You have to be willing to get up early. You have to be willing to stay to late nights. Everything is going to come with a cost. Thank you so much, Miss Phyllis. I appreciate you. Hey, listen, it's Miss Phyllis, man. I told you I'm going to be in Waco in August. That's who I'm going to be out there with. You have to be willing to put some work in. You have to be willing to spend something to get what you want. Thank you so much, Latasha Williams, for the CA this morning. Thinking that you can get something from God without making some type of investment is crazy. He's like, wait a minute, I'm already one and up on you. Already, I gave you grace and mercy that you didn't even earn. I gave that to you for free. I gave you a free gift. I showed up and I scouted you like the coaches go out and scout players. Understand me? I came out there. We have my grace and my mercy. That was the same thing that the scouts do. We promised that if you come over to our school, we got the best program for you. If you want to be a doctor, we got the best doctoring program. You want to be a nurse, we got the best nursing program. You want to be this, you want to be a writer, we got the best writing program. They let you know right up front. They show up and they got the pamphlets. All the pamphlets that they got for you is all for the things that they know that you want to do. They've already come to the school. They've already talked to your friends. They've already talked to your coaches. They've already talked to everybody that's around you. They know exactly what your wants are. They know exactly what your needs are. They know exactly what to say and what to do to get you to come and sign over there to play with their team. They know exactly how to make this move. That's what God has said. Hey, look, I gave you my best already. I gave you grace and I gave you mercy. If that ain't enough to make you choose me, I don't know what else you're asking for. You're breathing right now. That's my breath that I put into your body. Understand me? I already did my big one. I'm waiting on your move. I'm waiting on your move. Then they talk about him being a jealous God, and I want to just get this off my chest. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing that I'm talking about it or I'm teaching today, but this is the perfect opportunity for me to go ahead and vent and get it up off my chest. One thing that I cannot stand is ignorance. When people say, oh yeah, well, you know, why you want to serve a God, and they be talking about a jealous God and all of this, but he don't want you to be jealous. Understand me, if I gave you breath, if I molded you, if I shaped you took the time to shape you, if I snatched you up out of dust, if I know for a fact that I am the one that created you, I'm going to be jealous of you. Because that's mine right there. Understand me, his jealousy is not a negative jealousy. His jealousy is coming from a place of ownership. There's a difference in it. So whenever God is talking about being a jealous God and how you cannot serve two masters and all of that, I need for you to thoroughly understand that, because it's a whole lot of ignorant folk on platforms that can't wait to mislead you. They cannot wait to misinform you. When we're talking about a jealous God, we're not talking about jealousy on a negative level of not wanting to see you happy, not wanting to see you have joy, not wanting to see you have peace, and all of these things that come along with a person that's being jealous, somebody that wants something that you got. He says, I want what's mine. That's already mine right there. Understand me, that's mine. If I put in all of that work on a thing, if I did all of the construction for a thing, if I was the one that went over here and put all the pieces together, if I'm the one that made it, why is it not mine? So when he's saying, I don't want you serving or trying to serve both of us, he has every right to say that I don't want you trying to serve both of us. I don't want you to have one foot in and one foot out, especially when I know I am deserving of your all. Now, I'm going to leave it alone. There you go right there. There you go, right there. Stop saying stuff and then I see it, because I'ma always say something. Yeah, I'ma always say something. Because that don't make no sense. Well, y'all gonna serve a God that is a jealous God? That don't even make no sense. Why would y'all be wanting to do that? That's a negative characteristic. I wouldn't want to serve no God that's gonna be a jealous God. Sit down, sit down. You don't even know how to read and understand. This is the reason why you should have been in children's church. You should have attended children's church instead of sitting over there with your head in your grandmama's lap, sleep all through service, and now you done woke up at 21, 22 and develop a podcast and swear you know everything up under the sun. Have a seat and be quiet. Don't just sit down, but also be quiet. Just shut it up. Understand? That's how you have to feel. Like that we don't even want to hear it. It don't even make sense. Just say anything. Just say anything and be, oh yeah. Now who? It just don't make sense. It just don't even make sense. Like, and then the amount of people that will agree to the foolishness, it really be ticking me off. That's what really gets up under my skin. The oohing and the eyeing of it. You done spent your whole time over there sleeping in your grandmama's lap, sucking on a peppermint. You done missed everything that the pastor done said, everything that the children's church teacher done said. You done missed all of that. Wake up at 21 like you got all the answers. And that right there, that bothers my shanana like none other. Pick up a book. Understand me. If you gonna talk about it, at least know what it is that you're talking about. At least that's all we ask. Just at least act like you know what you're talking about. Because to say something so ignorant with that level of confidence is just so crazy to me. And it's a real turnoff. It's really a big old turnoff. Ignorance is not cute. Understand? Yeah, and ignorance is not cute. Not at all. Just to be a proudful, ignorant person don't make no sense. It's way too much information that we got out here right now that can teach you how to do certain things, and yet all of that to be ignorant by choice, that is a huge turnoff. That's not cute at all, right? So now I want you to understand, yes, this is why it's so important to make sure that you're studying, that you're reading, that you're fasting, that you're praying, that you are on top of stuff, because you got people like that'll just come out here and tell you any and everything. And if you ain't got nothing in you, then you can't combat it with nothing. You ain't got a leg to stand on, because you don't know no more than they know. And now you got the blind over there leading the blind. Understand me? Both of y'all running around with big old knots upside your head, running into walls and whatnot, edges of walls all bust open, got sutures and everything else going on over there. Sit down. Just sit down. Put a helmet on or something, right? Now we're going over here to 1 King. I'm going back to 1 King because I came in here to tell y'all about restoration. The restoration I want to talk about is going to be Elisha. I already told y'all how Elisha got out in this situation. Now, I did 1 through 15. I can do what I want. I'm ready to talk about Elisha now. Hey, keep up. I told you I talk fast, so you have to listen fast. This is not something that you could be preoccupied and try to multitask and all of that. You got to be all the way locked in. Now Elisha is over here in the enemy's territory, right? He's in the enemy's territory, and now that he's in the enemy's territory, he's like, hey, go let your master know that I'm here. Understand me? He said, in other words, I ain't ducking no smoke. I came out here, you know what I'm saying? I ain't ducking, I ain't dodging, whatever. Let them know I'm here. Now you got opium. Opium, like, wait a minute, Elisha. Now I want you to know something about me. I am a follower of the Lord. I am a follower of the Lord. I love the Lord. I got the prophets of the Lord. I got 100 of them. I got 50 in each one of these caves up here. I've been providing them with food and with water. I believe in the Lord and have been believing in the Lord since I've been a youth. But this thing that you asking me to do, this right here, this thing that you asking me to do, wait a minute. You have to know the consequence of this, Elisha. Everybody everywhere have looked high and low for you. And anybody, they understand me, they'll be put to unaliving if they say something about you. Now, if I go tell Ahab that I know where you at, that I saw you, and then for whatever the reason the Lord take you somewhere else, that right there, that could cost me my life. If I go over there bothering these people, right? If I go over there bothering this man and tell this man that I didn't see you and I come back here and you are not here, that right there, that's my life right there. That's going to take me all the way out right there. Do you understand the risk that I'm going to have to take? Do you understand what's about to happen to me? Have I come back and you are not here? And what I told you on yesterday is you got to be a risk taker. Understand me, this is not a safe journey. You cannot play it safe to be on this journey. You cannot play, this is not that. You can't tiptoe around this one. You can't be over here demure. You can't be over here with your collar snatched up right here with the button and a tie. This ain't that type of journey. Understand me, this right here, you got to, put on your gym shorts for this one. Put a little Vaseline up under your eyes for this one. You're going to have to be ready to square up, to squabble. Understand, you're going to have to be prepared prepared to move some furniture around. You're going to have to be prepared to get out there in the field if need be. This is risky business. This ain't for the scary. This is risky business. This ain't for the scary. Now, if I go over here and do this, you do know what I'm putting myself in, right? Now, but see, you have to understand something. I like how the Bible described the nature of Obiam before we even got here, right? Because it let us know that he was what? He was an assistant in the palace, right? Administrator over there in the palace. So we already know that he's inside of the palace. So he knows the ins and outs of the palace. We know that he has a relationship with the folks in the palace, right? And we also know that Jezebel is in control of everything that's happening in this moment, right? So we know this about him already, that he is a man that has the inside connection. We know that he's a man that has the inside connection. Not only that, we also know that even though he's saying what he's saying over here to Elisha, it shows us exactly why God selected him. We understand exactly why God selected him, right? Because if you know that Jezebel is unaliving all of the Lord's prophets and you still are ballsy enough, understand me, to go and get 100 of them and put 50 in two different cabins or caves over there, right? And feed them and all of that. If you still got enough guts, enough oomph about yourself to do that, then we do also know you ain't scary like that. We ain't gonna play with the boy. I believe that the Bible explained to us what it was that he done and put it in there, what he had done, because it wanted us to fully understand his character, to know who he was at his core self. Even though he's explaining what he's explaining to Elisha, he is also letting us know that he was chosen because he's not a scary individual. Understand me, he still got that thing in him. He got a dog in him now. Because ain't no way you're gonna get 100 of them. Now I'm talking about, we ain't talking 1 or 2, we ain't talking 3 or 4. But 100, you got to be one of those ones to really go gather up 100 of the Lord's prophets and put them in a cave and just strategically put 50 in each one. That means this ain't no small cave. Understand me. You had to really go seek a exclusive location over there, a place where they were going to be very safe and tucked away. You had to be very strategic in what it was that you was doing. So that lets us know that you ain't no ignorant individual. That lets us know, understand me. The steps going to be real heavy today, right? Real heavy. Understand that, right? That lets us know exactly who you are. We ain't playing with your top. We want you to know that we ain't playing on your top, Obiam. We understand who you are. So we understand who you are, because I believe that if the Bible puts it there, he wants me to teach that. He wants me to point that out, right? So we know that this ain't about him being scary. This ain't about him, you know what I'm saying, not having what it takes. So now we understand exactly why he's selected, but we also understand the fact that, wait a minute now, wait. I want you to know that I'm not saying this because I'm scary. I'm saying this because I want you to know that I'm going to take your word for it. I want you to know that it's important that if you tell me to go do this, I'm going to go and do it. But I need that partnership. I need your assurance that you're going to be right here where you told me that you was going to be. This wasn't about him being scared. This was about the reassurance that I need. I want you to understand the severity of what it is that you're asking me to do. I want you to know that you're putting my life, I am, because I can say no. I want you to know that I'm putting my life on the line for you. Understand me, because of the covenant that you have with God, because of the relationship that you have with God, even though this might cost me my life, Obiam is letting him know that nevertheless, let your will be done. That's the same exact thing that Christ said when he went to the cross. Understand me, that's the same thing. Even though this ain't something that I would want to do, because I know the severity of it. I know the consequence of it. I know what could possibly happen to me. Understand me. But this is the reason why he put emphasis, Amanda, on the fact. Remember, he said this right here. He says, I've been devoted to God, right, since a youth.
come here. They wouldn't have put that in their crystal if they did not want me to touch it. And I got to touch it a little bit today, right? I got to bother it a little bit today. So when they put inside of it, I had to go back and reread it again, because when I came back today to give you a summary of what I taught yesterday, I had more notes, and I said, well, I got to go back and tell them the rest of this right here, right? So now when it puts in there that he was devoted to God, right? And then he says, sis, a youth, is letting us know that he's been in covenant a very long time, that he ain't no stranger to this. He ain't new to this. He's true to this. If you from the street, then you're going to say, he ain't new to this. He true to this. This ain't nothing brand new for me. It's what Obium is letting him know in this moment. Hey, baby, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. I need for you to know you ain't got no Rudy Poo over here. I ain't no little gopher over here. Understand me? I don't just go for no anything. I'm a wise individual. I'm strategic. Understand me? I'm intellectual. Understand? I need you to know that I'm your boy. Covenant, though. I need that. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey now, ain't nothing wrong with it. I can love you. Yeah. I can love you and I can do all of that, but ain't nothing wrong with that reassurance. I need to make sure that the way that I'm loving you, you loving me. I need to make sure the way that I'm locked in with you, you locked in with me. I need to make sure that the commitment that I have with you, you are also committed on that level with me. Anybody been in that situation? Like, I feel your love. I see your love and all of that, but ain't nothing wrong with you saying I love you randomly out the blue. Understand me? Ain't nothing wrong with you just letting me know through a text message, through a little nice letter. Hey, you know what? I just want you to know that I love you. I just want you to know that I'm locked in with you. I just want you to know that I see your effort. I just want you to know that you mean everything to me. I just want, ain't nothing wrong with coming to the crib and you got the little flowers over there with the little car. And it's just because I want you to know the same way that I see you. I want you to know. And this is what he's saying. I've been locked in with the Lord since I've been a child. I've been committed to the Lord since I've been a child. I've been putting my life on the line for the Lord since I've been a child. This is what I done. Understand me? This is how I move. And he didn't talk about it once. He said it twice in scripture about what it was that he done. He already let Elisha know, don't let this go over your head. You ain't dealing with no Rudy Poo. I'm not brand new to this. I'm very much true to this. Understand me? This thing right here, baby, this ain't on me. This is in me. It's in my blood. Understand me? So I can go and do the job. But I want to make sure that you are committed. I want to make sure that I'm not running out here for no any and no everybody. I got to make sure that this right here, this is real. Anybody in a season right now where you're proceeding with caution. Because, this gonna miss anybody that ain't. This, the ones of y'all that I see screaming in the chats, the ones of y'all that I see dancing in the chat, the ones of y'all that I see hands up in the chat, I know y'all get me. I know we on one accord right now. I know, we on one accord right now. Proceeding with caution. Hey, anybody in the chat that's like, I'm proceeding with caution. I'm proceeding with caution right now. This is what he's doing right now. He's like, I'm proceeding with caution. Yeah, I want this, but I'm proceeding with caution. Yeah, I see you. I'm proceeding with caution. I got to be careful of what it is that I connect myself to. I got to be careful of what I'm connected to. Hello, I got to be careful of the way that I move. I got to be careful of the things that I get involved in, because this will cost me something. Understand me? In this situation, he said this will cost me my life. And a lot of us right now, I know, do not tear up the virtual halls. Do not tear up the virtual. Sit down. I want y'all to sit down, because we got more to do. Sit down for a second. I want y'all to hear this though. Understand me? You sitting over there and you looking at it like, wait, because in this situation, right, in this scenario that we're teaching on this morning, we're talking about Obium, right? We're talking about Obium. He's like, look, I want to make sure that this is really what you say that it is, because I don't need nobody coming out here playing with me. Don't tell me one thing, and then when I come back, then it's something else. Oh, come here. Come here. Anybody, don't nothing tick you off. Don't nothing get up under your skin. Don't nothing frustrate you. Don't nothing make you want to turn an individual anyways, which way but loose. And when they tell you one thing and then you come back and it's something else, you ain't even have to lie. I'm one of those individuals that you ain't even have to lie to. You could have kept that to yourself. You didn't even have to bring that up. Understand me? So you have to know, don't tell me one thing. Don't lead me to believe one thing. And then when I come back, then it's something completely different from what it was that you told me. Hey, that will, that'll do it. Okay. Yeah, don't nothing tick me off like a performer. You ain't ever got to come in my life and be a performer. I did not, understand me. This right here, this is not a act. This is not a role play over here. You do not use my life like this is your drama class. This is not drama class. If you trying to act, if you trying to perform, if you trying to go to Broadway, this ain't it. Matter of fact, I'm in the South. We don't even have Broadway up here. Understand me. Thank you so much, Sanya. I appreciate the CA. Baby, this ain't Broadway, baby. I'm not looking for no actors. Understand? That's right. This ain't the Tyler Perry auditions, baby. Understand me. This ain't nothing we gonna put on. Him and Oprah ain't working together over here in my life to put together their next documentary or none of that. My life is not about you coming over here and putting on a performance. Do not tell me one thing. I ain't got time for your theatrics in no type of way. Do not tell me one thing and then I come back and it's something else. Proceeding with caution. That's what my boy doing. That's what my boy doing. My boy say, hold up, let me make sure that we really locked in like that. I want to make sure because I want you to understand the severity of it. And this is what I say, don't tear that hallways up real quick, right? He says, you know why? Anybody proceeding with caution right now for the same reason my boy is proceeding with caution. I want to know who on the same type of time that I'm on. I'm on that type of time this morning. I'm on that. Yeah. Look at her in the chair. Look at her in the chair right there. Look at Shirley already dancing. Come here. Anybody on the time that I'm on right now? Come on, fun size Mimi. Double tap on the screen. Is anybody having the same mindset of opium? I'm perceiving with cautious. Why is he proceeding with cautious? Because his life depends on it. Understand me. Are you out here right now? You like, baby, listen, this thing right here, this is personal. Why? Because my life is dependent on this. My life is on this. Come here, Kira. Well, my life is on this. I move the way that I move because my life is on this, Mimi. Understand me. It's that serious. It's that serious because this is my life. This that serious because you don't know how hard I had to work to get myself up out of that dark space. You don't know how hard I had to work to break off those strongholds up off of my life. You don't know what I had to go through to shake all of those negative energies up off of me. You don't know how hard I had to work to break off those negative habits, those things that had me locked up over there. You don't know how I was scratched out in the floor. You don't know how I spent my days and my nights bent over in the toilet stool, throwing up everything that was in me. You don't know about how I fell asleep laying in the bathtub. You don't know how I made it home and don't know how I made it home. You don't know about the tears that I cried. And then, now you ever been so hurt that you forgot why you was crying? Come on! Yo, you think I ain't doing all this for nothing? Come here. I ain't doing all this for nothing. Yeah. I need some reassurance up off of you. I need some this is my boy. This is my boy. He says, hey, look, hey, I want you to understand. I want you to understand. I ain't doing all this for nothing. I hid 100 of the Lord's prophets in 2 caves, 50 in each one of them, provided them out there for water, with food and also with water. I'm out here right now with Ahab and me and him out here. And I'm acting like I don't know what food and water is at. And I done provided 100 folk with food and water. I'm out here playing my big part. I am not to be played with. I ain't your Rudy Poo. I am not to be toyed with. I know the type of time that I'm really on. And I need to make sure that if I'm on that time, you on that time too. I need to make sure that if I'm locked in, you locked in too. I want to make sure that if I'm committed, you committed too. I want to make sure that whatever this one that we about to do, we doing that one together. Understand me? Whatever the one is, I need to make sure that we doing that one together. I need you to know that. Why? Because my life is riding on this right here. And every day that you get up, that is the urgency, that is the passion, that is the dog in you that you have to wake up with, and you have to let the adversary know. However you want to go about it today. Why? Because I'm locked in, I'm in covenant, I'm in partnership. Understand me? And the moment that you make that decision, what happened? Dispatch. Here they go. They encamp all around me, so I have no fear. Angels are all around me, encamped all around me. Removing the spirit of fear, inserting the spirit of faith, locked in, ready for combat. Elisha then gives him confirmation. Over there down here, he says in 15, Elisha says, as the Lord Almighty lives, whom I serve, I will surely present myself to Ahab on the day. He gives him the reassurance that he wanted. He gives him the yes, I know what you're facing. I know what you're dealing with. I know the type of folk that you're dealing with. Understand me. That's why I've been moving how I've been moving. Oh, I'm not ignorant to what's been going on. But surely as my God lives, the one that I serve, as surely as he lives, I'm going to do exactly what I said that I was going to do, right? I said I was going to present myself to him. Go let him know that, let your master know that Elisha is here, not ducking no smoke, not hiding, not playing no Houdini on you. Understand me, I'm going to be right here when you get back. Go get the job done. That's all the confirmation that he needed. So in other words, what I'm saying, bring your ear up to the phone real quick. Stop letting folk make you feel bad because you're asking for reassurance or confirmation or an understanding of where you stand with them. If they get offended by that, that's telling you everything that you need to know already. Because a person that genuinely love you, that care about you, that is in partnership with you, in friendship, in relationship with you, they don't care nothing about letting you know, yes, I love you. Yes, I want to be here. Yes, you are my everything. Understand me, whatever that one is that we doing that one. We doing that right there together. Understand? Now go on back to work. Now go ahead on about your business. Now go ahead on and do what you. It don't take no but a minute or less to give that reassurance. And if that is too much of a hard job for them to do, if that is too much of a task for them to be able to perform, then that right there is already telling you every single thing that you need to know about that individual. The only reason why you would be bothered by it is if I'm asking you to do something or to say something that you really don't feel, that you're really not in agreement with, or that you really ain't something that you really want to do. And if loving me is a task, if being there for me is a task, if that is a job, if that is something that's hard for you to do, then don't do it. Don't be holding up nobody else's spot. Move out my happily ever after. Get out their seat. They didn't ask you to warm up their seat. They didn't ask you to keep it cozy over there putting a dent in their space. Move. Yeah, get out of the way. Go ahead now. Go ahead. Matter of fact, they don't want you sit down, air don't smell good. Move. Some people sit down, air don't smell good. Move. Yeah, go on ahead then. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Just move on out the way then. Listen, I'm about to go. I'm about hey now. Hey, so wait, this a laugh and a word. That's all I guarantee. That's what I get. That's what I guarantee over here, right? So Elisha gives him the confirmation. Yo, sit down, y'all. Stop. Act right. So Okay. I run out. I know. I be trying not to, but sometimes it just be happening. Y'all really can't judge me. But it's just my personality. I am a naturally jokey person. So yeah, you just have to take you have to take the good. You have to take the good with the good. It's like, yo, she be so serious, and then we be laughing, and then we be back serious again. And it's like, it's balance, baby. Laughter is good for the soul. It keeps the soul exercising. You know what I mean? And as long as that soul is exercising and is up and is moving around, it's hungry, it's thirsty. You know what I'm saying? And then I get to keep on going. If I bore you, you ain't gonna want to listen. If I bore you, you ain't gonna want to be over here. So I have to make sure that I keep it entertaining. I have to keep it right there where you need it at, right? So it's a balance that I gotta give to you. Now, over here, he already done gave him the reassurance that he needs, right? So now if we slide on down, right? Let's go ahead and slide on down. So when I get into this, it says, First King 18, 1 through 15 marks the end of the 3.5 drought, right? This is the end of the 3.5 year drought that they were actually in. First Kings chapter 18, verses 1 through 15, which is what I started teaching on yesterday, and which is what I gave you the summary of on today. This right here, this is marking the end of a 3.5 year drought where God commands Elisha to confront the wicked king Ahab, promising to send rain, right? So if all my note takers, because I got to give you a breakdown so I can make sure your notes are complete. So for everybody that was here on yesterday, showed up for the summary, the summary and the breakdown, here's your breakdown right here. This is the end of that drought. That drought lasts how many years? 3.5 years. They have been in a drought. And the king Ahab, he's been blaming Elisha for the drought because Elisha was the one that told them that the drought was going to come. This is the reason why Coach told y'all that some folk be mad at you for the truth. Even though what Elisha told them was true, he's still upset with Elisha for Elisha simply telling him the truth, right? So understand, this is the end of that drought. And now God is what? God is commanding Elisha to confront the wicked king Ahab, the same exact one that he told that it was going to rain, not going to rain. He's now going back to tell him that it's going to rain again. 3.5 year drought. God has given Elisha the instructions to go back and confront the wicked king Ahab to let him know that it's going to rain again. It highlights the contrast between bold obedience with Elisha and the fearful faith of Obiam. Two things is on display in chapter 18, verses 1 through 15. Those two things I have taught on yesterday and also on this morning when I broke down the character of Elisha and also the character of Obiam. Elisha is operating out of bold obedience. Well, why do you call it bold obedience? Bold obedience because Elisha already know that these folks have been looking for him and their desire is to unalive him. Elisha is not ignorant to the fact that they want him gone. Understand me. He knows this already. So he's operating under bold obedience. He's following God's instructions because he knows already, I know what the consequence of this is. I already know what they desire to do to me when they find me, but because you have given me the instruction, then I'm going to follow through. Bold obedience. And that's what I tell you on this morning, that when you're talking about restoration, growth, and development in your life, you have to show up and you have to be willing to do it boldly. This ain't what I told y'all earlier. I said this ain't timid. This ain't tiptoeing. This ain't whispering. This ain't playing nice to get along. Understand me. This is bold. Bold obedience is what's being taught in 1 through 15, and that is coming for Elisha. Now, with Obiam, what we're teaching with Obiam is fearful faith. If you in my chosen family, I know you are. I know you're excited right now because I know you over there saying, she told us it was 2 different types of faith. She said that, yeah, I taught this a couple of years ago, right? About fear. I said there's a good fear and there's a bad fear. This is fearful faith. He's like, yo, I'm scared as all get out, but I trust you. I'm scared as all get out, but I trust you. I don't want to go through what I got to go through, but I trust you. I'm in covenant with you. I'm locked in with you. However you want to go about it. This ain't, I'm scared, but I'm going. Jesus was afraid, but he was going. He looked in the cup and he saw his whole life inside of the cup. He saw all the things that he was going to have to go through. 3 different times throughout the scripture, he cried out to God and he asked him to not have this happen, to take this portion from me. Is there another way where we can do this? Do I really have to experience what it is that you want me to experience in this moment? Are you serious right now? You my daddy. Ain't no way in the world you're going to put me through this. But nevertheless, Opium is saying, hey, nevertheless, fearful faith of Opium, who hid the 100 prophets from Jezebel. The passage set up the climatic confrontation on Mount Carmel, right? So as we're continuing to go, right, the key meaning we're going into is God's sovereignty over nature. The drought was a divine judgment of Israel for their adultery, and only God, not Baal, controlled the rain. What was happening inside of King Ahab's life, right? What was happening in King Ahab's life had nothing to do with Elisha. Remember on the teaching yesterday and also on the teaching this morning, remember when I said that people have misplaced anger? This is what I told you, misplaced anger. You mad at Elisha for something that you done to yourself. Understand me. You want to unalive Elisha for something that you did to yourself. Remember in the beginning of this teaching today and yesterday, what did I say to you guys? What did I say? I said, people will be mad at you for telling the truth. They will have a one-sided beef with you for telling the truth. All Elisha did was come and tell you the truth, that it's going to be a drought, that it's not going to rain for a couple of years, that it's going to be a problem. You mad at him for telling you the truth, but the real problem is you. People, it's easy to blame other people. It's easy to point the finger at other people. It's easy to hold other people accountable for things that we don't want to hold ourselves accountable for. In all truth and honesty, you mad at him because it's what he's telling you, the truth that he's telling you, the drought that's coming to you, is all because of what happens with you. You brought that on your own self with your adultery. Your adultery is the reason why you're going through what you're going through. Not Elisha. Now, somebody asked me, what's adultery they talking about, Coach? Somebody just asked me that question. I just want somebody to ask me that because I be wanting to teach. I like my job. I love my job. Somebody just be like, what's the adultery that they be talking about so much in these scriptures like that? Somebody just asked me, like, what they talking about. Okay, since y'all asked, let me tell y'all, this adultery is with Baal and with Christ. This adultery that they're speaking about is not the human adultery that we've been taught our whole entire life. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This ain't got nothing to do with the adultery of a man and a woman or anything like that. This is the adultery of the who you serve. When he says you can't serve two masters, when he said you have to pick one or the other, understand me. This is what their beef with it. But God is saying, listen, I ain't asked you about who you laying with. I'm asking about who you worshiping. I'm not asking who you laying next to. I'm not asking you about what y'all done did over there. I'm talking about who you worshiping. Understand me. The adultery in worship is what he's speaking about when he's talking about the adultery. Okay. Well, y'all told me that I could teach it to y'all, so I felt the need to go ahead and put it out there. I know some people, it's like, wait a whole minute. Yeah, that's what he's speaking about right here. He's like, wait a minute, you over there, you trying to have me and him, and you can't have both of us. You want to have me and him, and you cannot have both of us. I'm not talking about your personal relationships, your emotional attachments, and what you got going on over there with them folks over there. That is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about that, you understand me, you trying to worship two different people. You trying to say I'm your God and that's your God. That ain't what I'm talking about. That ain't about nothing. Come on. Good teaching. That's good. Hey, that's good. That is good. Friends say, let her cook. Listen, I just want to make sure that you understood that. Says, wait a minute, Ahab, you got a problem with adultery, baby. You got a problem with adultery. That's your problem. And the problem ain't Elijah. Understand me. Y'all want to serve somebody other than me, and that ain't about nothing. I need for you to know that I am the God. I am the great I am. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. I am Jireh. Do you understand that I am El Shaddai? Ain't nobody bigger than me. Nobody is greater than me. Everything up under me is is up under me, but there's absolutely nothing above me. In the beginning, it was just me, and I am the one that created it all. Remember when they asked, they said, who should I say that you are? Understand me? Remember when they asked that, and they said, wait, who should we say that you are? He says, I am that I am. Understand me? And you gotta be a bold individual. Understand me? Wait. These folks is out here. Hey, come here. These folks is over here asking, who should we say that you are? What name do you want us to give? He said he is smooth as all get out. I am that I am. Now what that mean? Yo. Everything that you can think of, I am that. I am all of that. I am that I am. Understand me? Yeah, I am all of that. Everything that you can think of, I am that. Understand me? There's nothing bigger than me. There's nothing more powerful than me. There's nothing that can overthrow me. I am that I am. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's all you get. Understand? That's all you get out of here. And I'm like, oh, yo, you know what I mean? What type of smooth talking is this right here? Understand me? Like, that's cold game right there. It don't get, that's cold game right there. Crystal, find the freezing face. Put the freezing face inside the chat for God real quick. That's cold game. That's cold game. That's cold game right there. If you, who shall we say that you are? I am the great I am. What? That's cold game. That's smooth. That's smooth right there. He was not playing with these folks. He was not playing with these folks. He's letting them know right there how, come on, Kiana. He's letting them know, Adriana. He's letting them know, hey, listen, ain't nothing above me. It don't be, best you ever had. Best you ever had. Oh, yeah, come on, that's cool. That's what? He's like, wait a minute, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about this. How you gonna worship somebody over me? How you gonna put something to somebody over me? How you gonna bow before somebody over me? Understand me? How you gonna give somebody else the praise that is deserving to only me? Hold up, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. I got an issue with that. And we as people, as mere mortals, understand me, we as human beings, we know exactly how that right there feel. When you going outside of your way and you going above and beyond for somebody, you breaking your neck over there for somebody, doing this and doing that, making all type of sacrifice for an individual, and then they go over there and they pick somebody over you that ain't half of what you are. Understand me? That don't do half of what it is that you do. Understand me? They go over there and they mess with somebody over you, and you like, wait a minute. Understand me? I'm over here breaking my back for you. I'm over here doing this and the third. They ain't doing half of that. And you mean to tell me that you chose that over me? You put that over me? Ain't no way in the world. And that is normal life for mere mortals. They always give the people that add the least value to their life, they give them the biggest portion of them. And those that add the most value to their life, they give them the least. That is the nature of the mere mortals. Understand me? And this is why we have to correct that behavior right now today. This is why we have to correct that type of thinking right now today. Because as a mere mortal, as a human being, it is normal. Understand me? And we will look and say stuff like, well, you know, they don't know it like you know, so I give them more because they need more help than you. They need more attention than you. They don't know how to do it like how you do it. So you give me least. And I work the hardest. I come with the best. Oh, no. We have to break out of that cycle of giving people that add the least to our life the best of us. No. We're not doing that. You want the best, you got to give the best. You want more, you have to show up for more. You want the best, you have to be willing to give the best. You have to show up for that. All right, so let's go on down. Active obedience versus fear. Active obedience versus fear. Fear. Right? Elisha immediately obeys God's commandment to face Ahab despite the life-threatening risk. Despite the life-threatening risk, Elisha immediately obeys God's commandment to face Ahab. I bet you won't say uncomfortable come up. Now y'all understand why I told y'all yesterday to hold on to uncomfortable come up. When you're growing and evolving in life, understand me in Christ. When you're growing and evolving in Christ, this is an uncomfortable come up. This is uncomfortable. This right here, he says immediately obeyed. That means he didn't put in a question at all. Some of us, we be dragging our feet and we don't get to where we need to be because of the simple fact of we sitting over there questioning God. We got 1,001 questions and he's like, listen, I'm ready for action. This right here, I'm ready for action. I'm ready for you to move. I'm ready for you to get up. I'm ready for you to dust yourself off. I'm ready for you to get back in the game. Understand me? I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of wasting time. Get on your feet. Let's get this right here done and over with so that you can move on to the next phase of your life. Let's get this done and over with so that you can start growing and evolving the way that you need to. Let's get this done and get this over with so that you can get over here and experience what real joy is, what real peace is. Understand me? Let's get this done and get this over with so that I can show you how I can really reign up in your life. The longer that you sit and you soak in that, the longer that you sit and you get mad and you pout about that, that's the longer that you are actually prolonging your own healing, your own deliverance, your own restoration, your own joy, your own peace. Ain't nobody stopping or slowing down your progress but you. You have to snap up out of it. When you're moving, you're not moving on your time. You're moving on God's time, and God has a sense of urgency. It said immediately. Ain't got time for your excuses. Ain't got time for your temper tantrums. Ain't got time for all of your questions. Ain't got time for your pity party. Ain't got time for you to try to figure it out on your own. He said, I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that. Hello, I need your immediately on your feet. He says immediately he obeys. I need you to immediately fall in line. Despite life-threatening risks. Conversely, obium, though godly acts of fear, highlighting the difficulty of maintaining faith while working with a corrupt system. Conversely, obium, through godly acts of fear, there is a godly act of fear. I already taught this to my chosen family. If you are not in my Thursday night class, that is you, and that is you doing this service to yourself. I told you guys to sign up for my Patreon. The teaching be different when you inside of the Patreon. If you're not in the Patreon, make sure you get inside of the Patreon. The teaching is different inside of the Patreon, right? Get in there expeditiously. Link in the bio. Scroll down to where it says mental health support group. Select the $15 tier and get signed up today. Now, there's a godly fear. Remember when the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was going inside of the fiery furnace? What did they say? They said if he does it, then that's great. But if he don't do it, understand me, they also acknowledged the fact that there was a possibility that it was going to burn. They also acknowledged the possibility that they just might burn. Understand me? They acknowledged the possibility that they just might burn. Is that not what opium did too? In verse 14, he says, if I go to him and you are not here, if God leads you to go a whole nother way, understand me, then I'm going to be unalive. That's the same exact thing, but different scenarios, right? They understood that if he shows up, he shows up. But if he changes his mind for whatever the reason is, then we just might burn. There's a godly fear that's also put in place. Understand me, but faith that overpowers that fear. So it's faith over fear. It's like, I know the human part of you is afraid. But I know the spiritual part of you is ready for war. That's why I'm going to say, the body is weak, but the spirit is willing. This is why you have to make sure that you're prioritizing your spiritual practices. Because when your physical body fail you, if you got in the right spirit, your spirit will overpower that. Understand that. Will cover all of that. This is how that works. When your body over there, and it said when the body is weak, but the spirit is willing. So even when you experience certain things within the body, understand me, when you have the right type of spirit, your spirit will empower that. It will overpower that. It will encourage that. that. It will motivate that. It will get that back right where it needs to be. Understand that, right? That's even with the mental health and the, understand me, and the emotional health. When you're a spiritual man, well, that's why you have to be led by the Spirit. When these things are falling apart, the Spirit is more than capable of being able to carry you in spite of you. Understand me? That's how powerful it really and truly is. This is why you want to let it lead. This is why you want to let it lead. All right? Going on down. We're going to 16. That was my breakdown for 15, 1 through 15. Yeah, Spirit-led. Spirit-led. So it's almost going to be, I got people in my chat that like to learn. So I have to pause. I want to go to 16, but before I go to 16, let me just give it to you so that you can kind of understand it a little bit better. So if you had a scale, let's just make this be our scale, right? And you got 1, you got 2, 1, 2. All right, it's going to be 4 components on your scale, right? We're gonna always put your down here is going to be, I gotta write it backwards because the thing is going to be to make it forward for you guys. So this is going to be your P, right? Is that making it okay? So this is going to be your physical. Your physical is always going to be right here. That's going to be a representation of your physical, right? And up here is going to be your emotional. I'm writing backwards so it can be the right way for you guys, right? So it's going to be your physical here, and then it's going to be your emotional goes right here, right? And then after your emotional right there, you're going to put the M. That's going to be your mental right there. And then your S right here is going to be your spirit. If you had a scale or a diagram of how it's supposed to be set up, this is how it's going to always roll, right? This is how it's going to always roll. This is how it's supposed to be set up. But if we're honest, and I like to operate in honesty, right? We work it this way. I'm putting up my bag. We work it this way. We do mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, and then physical. This is how we work it. This is how it's supposed to work. This is what we do. We put mental health first, then go to spiritual health, then go to emotional health, then go to physical health. That's not the right way to do it. However, that's the way that it's mostly done because this is the way that we've been trained. But those of us who come from spiritual backgrounds, we realize that it's spirit, mental, emotional, physical, right? That's how it's supposed to be. That's the order. Yes, that's the order that it's supposed to be in. It's supposed to lead with the spirit and then go to the mental, then go to the emotional, then go to the physical. But because of the way that we've been brought up, right? Because of the teachings and everything that we've had coming up, and not saying from the church, but from the house. Coming from the house, we've learned that it was mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical. And how we know that, how do we know that? We know that because majority of us, we are here not because we came looking for a spiritual teacher. We're here because we came here looking for a mental health teacher or a motivational speaker, right, that teaches on mental health. Majority of you guys found me because initially I was teaching nothing but mental health, and being a motivational speaker. So I was building your mental health, and throughout me building your mental health, I then start instilling, because I always told you guys that I was also faith-based. So then I started instilling in you guys the spiritual teachings. Then I transformed all the way over into an inspirational speaker instead of a motivational speaker, and that's how we got here. But we do know that, and so whenever I deal with people here. Do I realize that this is not right? Of course I do. But that's the only way I can get you here. So I have to do what? I have to do what Christ tells us to do, right? As an evangelist, my job is to meet you where you are. My job is to come from here to get you, to bring you back here. Right? As an evangelist, my job is to meet you where you are. And then put you where you need to be. And once I teach that to you, then you teach it to your children and your grandchildren. And we start teaching them things early that we learned late. right? That's how that works. So that is how that right there is set up. That's how that right there is set up. And I know that there was some, I had to go to the diagram because I wanted to make sure y'all had it. But I want to get into 16 right here. I want to go to 16 real quick, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get up off of here at 11 o'clock, and then I'm gonna get up. So can I have 30 minutes? Anybody? Can I get 30 minutes? Can I get 30 minutes? I just need. Well, we might not have 30 minutes. Okay, what we stopping? With the power going out? I don't know what we got going on, y'all. It's raining here, so you never know. They want to stop my treadmill. Let's just stop it. I'm gonna stop it for it, but it made me fall on live. I never lived that down. Y'all be over here. Remember you fell off the treadmill on live? So yes, all right. So I'm just gonna stop all the way together. We're gonna do it until the lights go off. Whenever the lights go off, they go off, right? So we're gonna start at 16 real quick. Let's go to 16, and it says, so Opium went to meet Ahab and told him, and Ahab went to meet Elisha. When he saw Elisha, he said to him, is that you troubler of Israel? Now, verse 16 and 17 was a problem for me because I'm looking at the greeting that Ahab had, right? So now here go Elisha making good on what he told Opium that he was going to do. Now here go Elisha, right? Remember when I said assurance, right? He gave him the assurance that surely I'm going to meet this man on today. I'm going to handle business with this guy on today. So what happens is, so now they go to meet him. And as soon as he meets him, he says, hey, wait a minute, is that you? All right, the teacher in me sent me back up to 1 through 15. The teacher in me sent me back. I felt like I said, wait a second. Because if I go back up here to wait a minute. If I go back up to 7, when I go back up to verse 7, isn't it something how God, when God says there's a distinction between my people and your people, that you would know my people are different from your people? Isn't it ironic how in verse 7, how Opium immediately recognized who Elisha was and bowed his head before him? But when we come to verse 17, over here, Ahab, who is not one of us, he had to ask, is it you? He had to ask, is it you? And they don't see how we see. They don't see how we see. They don't see how we see. In verse 7, Opium saw him and immediately knew who he was, bowed his head and called him Lord Elisha over there in verse 7. And when we got down here to 17, I read it and I saw how the greeting was so different. He had to ask, is it you, you troubler of Israel? Understand me, it's a whole different thing. So now I understand when he says, there's a distinction, there's a difference between my people and their people. My people don't act like them, don't show up like them. That's the reason why you be trying to get folk over there. I feel in my spirit, in my shanana, somebody was like, well, make it make sense to me, coach, break it down a little bit more to me. I know some of them might have got it, but yeah, I'm slow, but I'm work. No, I'm slow, but work with me a little bit. I'm gonna work with you. Don't even worry about it. I don't leave nobody behind. Understand me, get ready. This is what I'm saying. You know how you be over there and you like, I just don't understand why they don't see I don't know why they don't see my good heart. I don't know why they don't see my good spirit. I don't know why they don't see how much I love them. I don't know why they don't see how much I'm showing up for them. I don't know why they don't see none of the good things that I bring to their life. I'm doing all of these things and it's like they don't see it. I'm saying all these things. It's going in one ear and right out the other. They just simply don't get it. That's because y'all are unequally yoked. That's because that's not your MATCH. That's not your match. That's not your match. Understand me, because you can go and you can have a conversation, the same conversation that you tried to have with them, you can have that with somebody, understand me, that's on the same wavelength as you, and you can say all the same things and they get it. Understand me, they get it, they understand it, they love what you're saying, they all wrapped up in you and everything else. Why? Because that's a match. You're like, I've been saying this, and it's like you can't get it. It's like you can't wrap your mind around it. It's like you just don't understand it. Understand? People will only understand from their level of understanding. You saying it like how you saying it, they just don't get it. That's not your MATCH. That's not your MATCH. This is a prime example of what it is. He says, wait a minute. Those that are supposed to know and understand will. Those who don't know won't get it. Understand me? They just won't get it. And no matter how many different languages, and no matter how much you give to them and pour into them, if it's not for them, it's just simply not for them. And there's nothing that you can say or do or buy that's going to put them in the right path. Understand that. And I saw that and I was like, yo, I like this. I like this a whole heap. I don't know. The friend, she's talking about wow, coach, friend. The spiritual goddess, I've been in this a time or two where I felt like I was talking to a brick wall. And I'm saying it and saying it and saying it. It's like they just wasn't getting it. And then I turned around and I had a conversation with a person that sat across from me, and they was able to fully understand every single word that came out of my mouth, and it made me feel so free. And it was such a good feeling just to know that I wasn't speaking something that was so crazy or outlandish that didn't make no type of sense, or just that like, no, that makes great sense to me. I mean, I get it. I understand why you would say that. I understand where you come from. So now you feel like yo, so you mean to tell me I've been having this conversation this whole entire time thinking that there was something wrong with me, that I was crazy? No, sometimes you're just talking to the wrong folks. It's not a MATCH. That's not a MAT. Yeah, sometimes you waste your time because you're talking to the wrong ones. Yeah. Stop having conversations with people that just don't get it. Once I see that you slow, that's my exit right there. That I hit the door. Once I see that you slow, I hit the door. I go ahead and cut the conversation and I move right on about my business. Once I see that you slow, I hit the door. Ain't no need of us having no. Yeah, I love an intellectual being. I love intellectual conversations. I love spiritual conversation. I love conversations on emotions and regulating emotions. Understand me? And I'm always in teacher mode. So therefore, like when I see that, no. I'm not passing out helmets in my class. I mean, I'm not that teacher. It's people that are designed to do that. That's not my portion. I believe in staying in my lane. Understand me? I don't have no helmet over here for you. I slow it down to make sure you can get it. I give you a smooth illustration and whatnot. But if you just sitting over there, this ain't the class for you. Your class down the hall, honey. Your class down the hall. Somebody take them down there, hold their hand, guide them all the way to it. That's not my portion. That's not. I love you. I do. I love you, and I want you to get it. But over here we writing with ink pens. This is not crayons. Y'all know the big old crayons, the one that be this thick. This ain't the class for the thick crayons. We got the smaller ones. We writing with markers and whatnot. This ain't for you. This ain't your portion. Hold on. So now we get over here to 16 and 17. I'm telling you, I'm gonna 2027 gonna be my year. I promise y'all. 2027 is going to be my year, and I'm going to be very demure in 2027. I am going to act right in 2027. Y'all are going to show up over here, and I'm going to act right. So 16 and 17 was eye-opening for me, right? And then the part that I want you guys to highlight inside y'all notes is this: Ahab's blindness. The pillar I want you to get is Ahab's blindness. Ahab blames Elisha for the disaster when he says the troubler of Israel, rather than his own adultery. The pillar is going to be Ahab's blindness. Outside of that, I want you to put Ahab blames Elisha for the disaster. Give me the little quotes and put the troubler of Israel. When he called him the troubler of Israel, we realize then this is misplaced blame or misplaced anger. He's upset with someone when he needs to be upset with himself. And this is what a lot of us deal with. You angry with me about something that you need to be angry with yourself about. But it's easier for them to point the finger. It's easier for them to blame someone else rather than his own adultery. So in other words, instead of him holding himself accountable, he's going at Elisha for it. We are in 1 Kings chapter 18, and now I'm on the 18th verse. So thus far, I have taught verses 1 through 17.
Y'all ready? Hey, don't do me, Lily. Don't do me. I be working on myself daily. It's just, I like to cut up terribly. I do. All right, let's go to 18. It says, I have not made trouble for Israel. This is Elisha speaking back to him. It says, I have not made trouble for Israel. Elisha replied, but you and your father's family have. Now, Elisha, hold up now. Now, hold up, Elijah. You know one thing that a narcissist do not like is being called out. Hey, come here, sit down. One thing that a narcissist do not like, cannot stand, is when you call them out. And before Elisha just now got over here. This how you know Elisha wasn't playing when he said, go let your master know that Elisha is here. He came in. It ain't even that he don't want the smoke. He brought the smoke in tow. Understand me. Put the smoke inside the chat. Elisha brought the smoke with him. He didn't die. He ain't dodging smoke. He didn't showed up with the smoke in tow. He got the smoke in tow. T-O-T-E. He toted it right on in there with him. He didn't bought one thing a narcissist cannot stand is an individual that's going to hold them accountable, an individual that will call them out, an individual that will let them know, I know exactly what it is. You cannot fool me. You cannot bamboozle me. You cannot hoodwink me. You cannot manipulate me. You cannot finesse me. You cannot get over on me. You cannot gaslight me. You cannot project on me. You cannot use that triangle abuse over here on me. What you do with them won't work with me. Elisha came in, smoke and tow. This man said, I have not made trouble for Israel, but spiritual melanin goddess, appreciate that badge. Let's get 4 more badges on the ground. Can we get 4 more badges on the ground just because it's tight, but it's right? Double tapping on my screen. Can we go ahead and make 300K? I think 300K. This is a 300K type of message. Let's go ahead and get 300K. Now he says, however, I can tell you what the problem is. Well, since you came at me so boldly, I can most definitely, thank you, Kim and Cook. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I can tell you exactly what the problem is. I mean, since you came at me so boldly the way that you did, let me go ahead and expose you to what I know to be the truth. Not just you. You know, whenever back in the day when you would say somebody's mama or they daddy, that was automatic fighting words. As soon as you mentioned they mama or they daddy, that was time to go ahead and squabble right there. And whenever you got back home, you ain't even get in trouble for that because they like, yo, they said my mama, they said my daddy, and as soon as they said my mama and they said my daddy, it was time to fight. And you got your arms out like this right here because you mean serious business, and your head is shaking like this because you mean serious business, because I know you ain't talking about my mama and you ain't talking about my daddy. You ready to fight already, right? So now this is how we know that Elisha came. Thank you, Gigi McGross, for the badge. This is how we know that Elisha came with smoke and tow, because he didn't just call out Ahab. He said, you and your father's family, the whole family, Elijah. Now, it's just you out here now. Greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. Hello, somebody. You better put a praise on it. Hold on. When we say, Coach, now this is when we say boldness. This is holy boldness right here. Understand me. This is when you wrapped up, tied up, entangled inside of the word. You're not concerned about the amount of folk that's out there. You're not concerned about what they gonna do. It's only, wait a minute. You didn't came out here and you talked about this man, and then you talked about his father and the father's family. You didn't included everybody. In other words, Elisha standing out there with his head up and his chest out, and he's saying, greater is he that is within me than he that is within this world. Ain't nothing that none of you mere mortals will ever be able to do with me. Y'all don't want this smoke right here. Y'all don't even want this right here. Y'all understand me. I came prepared for it. He didn't call out the whole entire family. He says, I'm not the troubler of Israel. However, you and your father and the father's family, y'all are big troublers. Y'all have caused this problem. He says, y'all have abandoned the Lord's commands and have followed Baal.
He said, yeah, y'all down here doing y'all own thing. What you say, coach? He's, in other words, in verse 18, Elisha letting him know, y'all going through what y'all going through because y'all are down here and y'all done decided that y'all going to do y'all own thing. And how dare y'all try to do y'all own thing after everything that the Lord done for y'all. How he done freed y'all, how he done fed y'all, how he done took care of y'all and did all of this. And y'all think that y'all was just going to go over here and get to worship and Baal, and y'all didn't think nothing was going to happen out of that. You didn't think that you was going to have to suffer no consequences from that. You didn't think no repercussions was going to come from that. You didn't think that you was going to lose anything about that. Don't nothing piss you off in your life how somebody think that they can disrespect you and still have access to you. How somebody can go outside of their way and they can play in your face and then think they have enough dip on their chip to think that they gonna stay right there in your face, that they gonna do what they did and still reap the benefits of you, still have the same type of access and whatnot to you. Ain't nothing more insulting than an individual that shows up in your life that way. And that's what here. That's exactly what the children of Israel is trying to play with God right now in this moment. I done freed you. I done fed you. I done protected you. I done did all of these things for you. Understand me? And then now you got the nerve to think that you want to bow your head to Baal? Oh, so that's what we doing? You ain't never looked at nobody. You ain't never looked at nobody smooth off up in their face. I'm talking about eyeball to eyeball through your hands behind your back because you knew that was the only way that you was going to keep your hands to yourself, because in this moment you want to take hands, feet, and other objects, everything that kindergarten teacher told you not to do. You are now contemplating doing it and doing it expeditiously. You trying to see how many blocks you can really throw in a minute. Understand me? You over there and you looking at them and you look oh, that's what we doing. The moment, that's what we doing. When you hit them with a that's what we doing, you know that they got you all the way messed up. And anybody ever deal with an individual, this how you know when you really got them hot. When you having a conversation with them and they walk up on you and they hold the bottom of your face like this right here and they be this close. This mostly women be doing this to you. When you did this, you done did too much. You can't even really respond back to what they trying to ask you because they holding your cheeks so close to your teeth. They hold your face up like this and they say, oh, this what we doing? Oh, this how you moving? Oh, this what you think? Oh, that's that. When they walk up on you and hold you by your face like that, oh yeah, you didn't really, you've done, y'all ain't, that don't be happening to y'all. That ain't never happen. Okay. All right. Well, don't let that happen to you. Don't let that be your portion. Don't ever let that be your portion. They grab your face. Don't let that ain't happening to y'all. Okay. Well, I mean, everybody's life be set up different. Everybody's life be, don't act like I'm the only one that got my face grabbed before. Don't act like you ain't never been pulled forward by your face. You ain't never, that's when you play too much. You ain't never, I literally, I stay jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all ain't, okay, that's just, all right. Well, don't let that happen to you. Don't ever let that. That means that you've gone too far. That means that you've done too much. That means that they want you to be quiet right now. Understand me? Most of the time, I act my mouth like that, though. I be saying stuff, and that's the only, understand. But that means that you've gone too far. That you have done entirely too much, right? This is what we saying. So in verse 18, this is what we're looking at. This is what's happening in this moment, because I know ain't nowhere in the world that's what you on. That's what we doing. After I done did all of this how you moving? Why y'all laughing at me? I'm trying to move on, and y'all still want to laugh. Okay, she say the 80s babies know. Okay, they be trying to act like they don't know though. They know that they got their face grabbed before. I ain't sweating it. I can hang out here on my own though, friend. I'm cool. I'm cool. That's it. You know, but this is what God is saying to the children of Israel. He's like, wait a minute. This what we on. This how we moving. This what we doing. I know y'all ain't had that. This what we doing. And am I the only one that experienced this what we doing? Because they let you know right there, this what we doing. This how we moving. This is what's up right here. Because the moment, because you got to know the moment that they ask you if this is what we doing, this is how we moving, you know right then and there that there's a wrath that's about to come. The moment that they ask you if this is what we doing, this how we moving, you already know it's about to be hell that's going to be paid right there. You already know that there's consequences that's about to take place right then and there. You already know that, this right here ain't no escape for that. That there's going to be something that is going to be happening on the strength of that all alone by itself. And that's what God is is saying over here to them. Oh, okay, this is what y'all doing. Y'all got a drought. Y'all got a drought and y'all going through this famine. Not because I'm not a good God, but because y'all decided that this right here, this was what you was doing. This a consequence from your action. This is you reaping what you sowed. This ain't got nothing to do with me not being good to you. This ain't got nothing to do with me not showing up for you. This ain't that. So Elisha is like, wait a minute, you misplacing your anger. You pointing the finger at me when you and your father and your father's family, y'all really the problem. Y'all out here practicing adultery by worshiping Baal. But nevertheless, we go on. Verse 8, I'm going to read 18 one more time because I'm about to pause. I think I'm going to pause. I'm going to pause right here at 20. It says, I have not made trouble for Israel. Elisha replied, but you and your father's family have. You have abandoned the Lord's commandments and have followed Baal. Now summons the people from all over Israel. Bring them to me on the Mount Carmel and bring 450 prophets of Baal and 400 prophets of Asher who eat at Jezebel's table. No, I'm stopping right there. That's going to be my stopping point. That right there, that's the cliff right there. That's the cliff I'm going to put you on right there. Start here. I'm starting here tomorrow. Wait a minute. Yes, I'm stopping right there. So we're going to do, wait. Oh, I'm going to push pause right there. He says, now summons the people from all over Israel, to meet me at Mount Carmel and bring 450 prophets of Baal and 400 prophets of Asher who eat at Jezebel's table. Now, 450 of Baal's, 400, that's 850. Well, according to what I'm reading, it says, bring 450 prophets of Baal and 400 prophets of Asher. Oh, okay, you made the correction. Okay, I was making sure because I was like, wait a minute, let me make sure my math ain't right. My math ain't wrong. Okay, so that's 850 total. And it's just Elijah. There's nowhere from 1 to 19 does it says that Elisha was in the company of anybody else. One more time for the folks in the balcony. He says, go and get 450 prophets that represent Baal, 400 prophets from Asher that sit at Jezebel's table, that eat from Jezebel's table. That's 850. And if we want to be technical, you still got the two that's out there that he talking to. So that's 852 of y'all. I want y'all, go get y'all and meet me on the Mount Carmel. I want y'all to meet me up there on Mount Carmel. Understand me? So in other words, not only did Elisha go into the enemy's camp, understand me, he went into enemy's territory. He had smoke in tote. Understand me, he then came over into the enemy's territory, and not only is he over there with smoke in tow, he's out there giving out orders. He's out there, wait a minute, Elisha, wait, whoa. These folks is seeking to unalive you. These folks have been looking for you, and you over here passing out, orders as if you, wait a minute, how you know this man gonna let you make it to the Mount Carmel? How you know that you gonna miss, how you know you're going to get away from where you at right now? If they've been looking for you high and low, and they've been searching for you all around about, how in these folks been playing hide and go seek for you? How in the world you even even think that you about to make it from this moment where you at right now. This is what we know right here. Your default is what? Trust God. When you are wrapped up, tied up, entangled with God, you walk in with confidence. You walk in with protection. You walk in already knowing you have the spiritual influence. You got favor all over your life. Understand me, there's nothing that these mere mortals are going to be able to do with you. This man ain't walk up in there as if he walked up in there like he was the one that was searching for them. Not the other way around. Elisha, what? In the enemy's camp, passing out orders, telling them where to meet him at. And then also said, go get your homies. In 2026, we'll say, go get your bands. Go get your mans. Go get your people. All right, go get your people then. Go home, get your mama. Go get your daddy. Go call your such and such. Go get them on the line. Let them know, yeah, we're going to meet at the field, right? If you ever from the hood, I'm from the hood. And when we were scrapping the wood. And over there in the big old field, bring the field. If we tell you to meet us in the field, that means it's nothing but air and opportunity. When you meet us over there in the field, just know it's about to go down. Meet me in the field. Don't talk to me unless you're trying to talk about the field. Don't come at me unless you're talking about the field. I'll meet you in the field. Get in the field. Get off the internet and get in the field. Understand me? That's it. That's all. Stop talking on my phone. Stop sending me text messages. Get in the field. When we tell you to get in the field, you already know what time it is. That's what Elisha did. Elisha went up into the enemy's camp and told these folk, let's get in the field. And then told him to bring 850. 850, and it ain't nobody but him. I want you to walk away with less is more. When we're talking about restoration, we're talking about your growth journey, I want to go back to my favorite saying, which is less is more. Elisha just showed us in verse 19. Less is more. Greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world. It is better to have Christ with you than to be in partnership with the world. As long as you got me, it doesn't matter if the whole entire world can be against you. They would never consume you. They would never overthrow you. They would never overpower you. It's what we are witnessing in verses 1 through 19 of 1 Kings chapter 18. Elisha is out here a one-man army. Less is more. So for everybody that want to say, why do you teach these people? Understand me. Why do you teach these people the way that you teach them? That they're on their own. That it's just them, because I don't want y'all codependent on a soul. I need for you to know that whatever it is that God is calling you to do, whatever assignment that he has placed on you, you are fully equipped to be able to handle that assignment. Understand me. And it does not matter if your best friend want to go, if your best buddy want to go, if such and such want to participate or not. Understand me, the call that God has on your life, that is the call for your life. This is not a group project. Understand me, when God wants people to be involved in what it is that he wants you to do in your life, he will put the right people there. You ain't got to go look for them. When God wants you to work with a group of people, when God wants people to be inside of your life, when God have called people to be a part of your assignment, you ain't got to look for them. They'll come look for you. They'll come looking for you, and they will offer their services to you. Understand me? They will come looking for you, and they will offer their services to you. I know that I'm a part of your assignment. I know that I'm supposed to be attached to you. Understand me? They will look at you and say, you are my Naomi. You are my Naomi, and I am your Ruth. And as long, understand me, we on the road to find a Boaz for you, baby. That's what we out here for. Understand me? Hey, we're connected, baby. That's just what it is. Ain't nothing that you about to say. Ain't no way, that's going to separate me from being where you at. Your God is my God. When you worship, I worship. Your people, my people. That's what we doing out here. When God places people in your life, he will place people in your life. The people that are going to be there, that's going to feel the assignment, not destroy the assignment. Understand me, because you got some folk that's bad for business, baby. Understand me, you like, hold up, wait a minute. No. Immediate no. Understand me, he will put the right folks in your life, and those people that are in your life, they will be there to understand me, to help build what God has already put in you to build. And this is what you got to know. So I want you to walk away with what? Less is more. Put it inside the chat. Put it inside of the chat. Put it in the chat. It's already 11 o'clock. It's already 11 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and we are going to pray now, and we will not have prayer call at 12 because it's so close in time. The scripture we can use is the same scripture that we've been on already, and that is going to be starting from 16 to 19. That's going to be 1 Kings chapter 18, verses 16 to 19. If you needed a scripture, you can utilize that, what we used this morning, and we're going to go ahead and get in prayer here, so we will not have to have prayer call at 12 o'clock because I'm going to actually be on the road by that time. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna one bird, two stones. We're gonna knock it down right now today. Right, I love each and every one of you guys. I hope and pray that this message was fulfilling to you guys. I hope the summary gave you everything that you needed. I know some of y'all right now got a jar and y'all like, wait a minute, we taught that thing on yesterday, but baby, the summary, I needed all of that. Understand, I love it when I have to go back and redo everything that I do. I don't know why that is that way, but I have to go back and redo it because every time that I do, it's like it's always so much more. When I finish doing my videos, I actually go back and I go over my notes and I look at the stuff and I see things differently, or not differently, but I see more on that. And because of the person that I am, I don't mind reteaching it for 2 days. I will teach it for 2 days because I feel like I got more. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's just how it works over here for anybody that was just wondering. I was just letting you know while I did that because it's always more, right? I love you guys, man. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. Of course, it's your favorite online motivational speaker, life coach, and evangelist. It is your girl, Street Poet. I absolutely love each and every one of you guys. I want you guys to have a beautiful Thursday on today, man. Make sure you show yourself some love on today, man. Make sure y'all get out there and get y'all meditation done today. Make sure you are honoring your fast on today. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, that everybody that experienced you on today, they experience the love of God that is within you on today, right? Let's bow our heads. Father God, it's in the mighty name of Jesus that we do come. In the humblest manner that we know how, God, we thank and praise you for this word that went forth on today. We pray that it takes root inside the hearts of these your people and influence the change that is needed for them to have a closer, more intimate relationship with you, God. We pray that you continue to guide our thoughts, our words, and our action, that it all be in alignment with your will. We thank you for the grace and for the mercy that you give to each and every one of us. God, we thank you for the knowledge and the understanding, the clarity that you give to each and every one of us as we gather in these spaces to learn more and more about you. God, we thank you for the covering that you have provided for each and every one of us, God, that shields us from all of the enemies, all the enemy's tactics, God. We rebuke and we shut down every single assignment that was sent by him on today, God. We pray that you guide and guard our focus. Keep us locked into your will, into your way. We thank you for who and what you are in our life. And we pray that as we're continuing on this day, that you give us the strength and the encouragement to face it with our head up and our chest out, God. We thank you for who and what you are. God, on today, I pray a special prayer for my family. I know it's a tough day today, as today is the day that we buried my sister on last year. But God, on today, we give you a special praise and a special honor, God, because we know that to be absent from the body is to be present with Christ. But we also ask that you give them the strength and encouragement that they need during this hour to stay motivated and to fully understand that time waits for no man. So every day that you have on earth, God, do not take it for granted, but take full advantage of it and live life to the fullest. We thank you for who and what you are. I thank you for the fact that my sister is definitely resting in peace in Jesus' name, God. We just thank you. And if there's anybody else who's dealing with a difficult time and a difficult place in their life right now, in this moment, we pray that you cover and protect them as well, that you guide them as well, that you shield them as well, God. In Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen, amen, and amen. Again, I want you guys to have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day on the day, because that's what it is today. That's what it is today. We're going to have a beautiful day on the day. Head up, chest out. Understand, trusting and believing in God and knowing that what? Less is more, baby. Less is more. But if I did my job on the day, if I blessed your soul on the day, if I motivated you on the day, if I gave you inspiration on today, if I gave you a good laugh, if you came over here and was like, you know what, I got a word and a laugh, I want you to double tap on my screen. Go ahead and send me some love. Double tap on my screen. Go ahead and send me some love. If I blessed your soul on today, can we get 5 badges over there on the ground, man? Y'all are already at 329. Y'all almost at 330K over here on the great TikTok. Man, thank y'all so much. I appreciate all the love and the support. Y'all have passed y'all goal over here on the Book of Many Faces. Y'all at 2,824. Y'all are 824 over the goal. I appreciate that. We just need help over there on the gram real quick. Let's get 5 badges on the gram so we can reach our goal on the gram. I love each and every one of you guys. Have an amazing day at work, and I will see you guys tonight, Thursday night class. I will see y'all in class tonight. We are on chapter 2 of our book, so I hope you guys have already read it and got y'all little notes out to the side. Come prepared to share. Come prepared to share. Who is there right there? Thank you so much, Manda Panda. I appreciate you over there. Thank you so much. So come prepared to share. Class starts tonight at 7. It's from 7 until 8 Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys.